for our Twitch viewers.
Well, let's do that. Charge him $2 to like have a comment. We'll be rich in no time.
Anyways, you guys are standing in this vault with Reginald behind you, who is just about ready to close that door and leave you to your business while he's safely out of sight. When there is a sudden clattering and a great sound of cussing from further down the hall behind you.
I look behind me.
Well, from inside the vault, all you see is the half-closed door and Reginald looking quite surprised, looking down the hall.
Might as well go see what it is. I'll wander over to him and poke my head out.
Did Miss Kai figure out that we did something a little off?
Meanwhile, an hour ago, Aislinn.
Yes?
It is early evening, and you are back in probably Freeport or Ketlear, I would suppose. When you receive when you hear a distant chime in your head and receive the following sending.
Well, there's no way to get away from them, isn't there? Aislinn would just trudge up back to her room, mostly out of paranoia that if she didn't, something bad would happen.
Your room, at your chair, you find not a letter, but a small parcel with a letter attached. You have no idea how it got here, as the door was still locked, and the window seems sealed.
I would assume by magic, because everything, if it's not mundane, is magical. And just steady myself and open it. Both of them. Well, the letter first, then the parcel.
If snake comes leaping out of it to devour your face.
No.
Sorry, 3.5 joke.
The letter reads, it lists off a series of recent events, starting with Varg returning to Sialanen, mentioning that he was demanding transit to Blackwater. He was eventually sent to his registered company's superior officer, in this case Alia. And once there, the other known agents of the Busy Bees, aka Bloodspark Company, were also sent in that direction, and they have recently been spotted in Blackwater. They have been having trouble getting a hold of you until they finally managed to find someone amongst the university staff who has had personal contact with you to send you the aforementioned sending. He Included in this parcel is a one-use transit gem that will take you to the approximate vicinity of your compatriots, whom we have not been able to track for some hours. Please see into their fate and/or demise. Signed, the Ministry of Adventuring.
Well, I suppose I have to play janitor. Let's go see what wound up coming about. I suppose I don't have anything better to do.
Look,
Hopefully.
Aisling, I made a castle! And then Varg points to a giant pile of bodies.
And this is why I decided to take a vacation. No.
Inside the parcel appears to be a large sheet of paper which can be unfolded into a 3 by 3 foot circle, and the instruction written in the corner: place candle here.
Any random candle, no specific color?
There is no candle included in the parcel.
No, I imagine, but
No
I'm going to go
more detailed
shopping.
instructions, no.
Well then, they can at least be a bit more detailed if they need my help. Well, all right, time. She just spends like maybe an hour or two shopping, mulling and completely overthinking the proper candle to buy, the kind of size, dimensions, color.
That does sound like a very wizardy, witchy thing to do.
Well, a red candle would operate definitely than a black candle, and
I believe
if
you.
it's
I'm just
a
imagining Varg would
transporter.
like put his fist in it.
if you put a fist in one of her candles, she would just
Yeah, she's clever. She's smart. She's being
not.
smart about it. I'm just amused she's like the smartest person in the party, and I don't know, it's just sad that Varg would put his fist into it. Insert candle. Well, fist is like candle punch.
You search about and you manage to find an incense shop that is still open that happens to have a decent selection of candles. You don't imagine many of them are well designed for rituals, but the scroll, the paper does not seem to specify.
For safety's sake, and for considerable more mulling, she's just going to buy one of everything.
Okay. She now has 15 candles in various sizes and shapes.
And colors.
And colors.
And she goes back to her room to consider this one more time before going with a color and size and shape that seems moderate enough not to, transport her to like an alternate plane of maybe dimensional demonic hell or bottom of the ocean.
So a restrained looking candle.
Pretty much. Muted, not exactly too colorful.
I have no idea what they're talking about in the text chat. Just leave them be.
Sorry, they were
Yes.
making fun of the fact I have a wizard to go see, and I remembered his name.
Mm-hmm.
Continue. I was paying attention to you guys. Don't worry.
You choose a reasonably subdued candle?
Yes.
Pick the rainbow one.
Pastel rainbow one.
Yeah. Rainbow is the most powerful ability that any wizard has.
Do I possess a pastel rainbow? Do I possess a pastel rainbow candle that's not too much of anything?
Having bought one of everything, yes.
Then that's the one she uses and lights.
You place the candle on the specified mark on the paper, light it, And by the time you have stood up, the paper has the ring drawn on the paper has begun glowing, and then there is no paper under your feet. There is no floor either. There is no room above your head either. You find yourself in a hurtling, like you get the sensation of hurtling. There's no wind or anything, but you find yourself hurtling through some black void, and you get the impression that you're moving forward in the direction you're looking. This becomes much more distinct when you notice that you are rushing, in fact, towards something, and it begins to look kind of like if you removed all of the walls of a building but left the interior passages standing. It looks like the inside of a building. You begin to get quite nervous as it begins approaching faster and faster, and then you suddenly decelerate at the last moment and find yourself collapsed in a heap in a dimly lit, deeply shag-carpeted hallway lined with oak doors.
Are any of my bones broken at this point?
You may have bruised your shoulder in the landing, but you feel fine.
And your ego, if anyone saw you.
There is a man about 25 feet away
There goes the ego.
who is wearing a tux top and a very heavy apron that looks somewhat stained with use. He is looking in your direction with a mixture of curiosity and outright horror.
Actually, it's coughing. Well then, I'm just going to stand up and pretend nothing happened and smoothly just
Curtsy?
go about doing things.
By the time you've stood up and straightened out your clothing, the man is suddenly pushed aside by someone coming out a door he was standing in front of, and you realize that it was Varg coming out into the hallway, pardon.
Because not a lot of people look like Varg and sound like Varg and are Varg.
Clearly.
Aislinn.
Aislinn's going to march up to him and just jab her finger in his direction. What did you do now? I'm supposed to check up on you. What went wrong? Is anybody dead?
Varg takes a second.
What did you do?
Hold on, there's a lot.
Yeah.
We went into a basement, fixed it for an old lady. I got lost and punched a hole in a wall, which led to nothingness. I got out of the nothingness, then wandered around lost. Then I got to the chefs who were evil and tried to carve me, so I killed one by popping his head off. And then we came here for our reward, and that was what happened.
Did you know the Ministry of Adventuring can't get in touch with you?
No, didn't know that, and kind of happy about it. I don't like them very much.
I'll be joining you and making sure you're clearly doing something, right? You're not just about to leave.
Now we're going to go deeper in. There's more treasures inside, and we're going to go fight the Guardian of the really good stuff.
Of course there's a Guardian.
I would guard some of the stuff in here, too. Have you seen this stuff? Come here.
No,
My leader inside.
Just go.
Look at it.
Aislinn rolls her eyes behind her masks and with a huffy sigh just goes and looks. You must be really easily
Okay,
impressed.
Reginald is nowhere near that sassy, and you know it. He is simply not sassy enough for that face.
I can't find a more appropriate bald token. For some reason, apparently the compositor of my library of tokens doesn't think that men in their late 20s are ever bald. And my only alternative is
Mr.
Jean-Luc
Clean?
20th level wizard here.
Yeah, I was gonna say just get a picture of shins on.
Oh, that flew over my head. Let's get Aishman in with the party in a marching order, if you please. So Varg in front and Aishman behind, essentially.
Tokens are unlocked. Just don't go wandering too far down the hallway.
Aishman, feel free to take a position in the conga line, which is over here.
Oh, apparently,
I can't.
yes, 1 second.
Oh, we think a Coriel should go first.
Yeah, Varg, you should not be in the front.
You want to get hit by something evil?
Not me, but I think you need to let other people hit things.
Fair enough. He plucks a Coriel up and scoots him
Yeah.
around so he doesn't hit anything.
You should be able to see your token now, Anne.
Okay, good.
How high is the ceiling in this?
This vault hallway is well, it's between 15 and 20 foot wide, depending on where you are in it, and there are, of course, these very large, heavy pedestals, each of which with not a glass case, but a sort of bunch of glass caging around each item. And the ceiling is... There we go. The ceiling is 12 feet.
Okay, so there's some room to fly up if I need to.
Yes. And just for reference, you guys, I know you planned on taking up some of these items to aid you against the Guardian, but for point of fact, you have not yet.
Let's take all the things.
Well, Varg is dumb and willing to put his hand out there. Varg will reach to the, what's it called? The Celestial Hurricanum or something?
The only things that are here that will help us in a fight against the Guardian are the Shield of the Sun and the Flame of Guidance.
Yeah, I'll pick up the Flame of Guidance and see what happens. Because I'm dumb.
And I'll have Emma grab the Shield of the Sun because she's immune to a lot of stuff anyway.
All right.
And
So-
Aislinn will take up the time staff just because. Redo.
All right, Berg. You reach into the the glasswork cage and pick up the small orrery of orbiting orbs. It's fairly difficult to handle in your large hands, but eventually you manage to toss it at the right angle to begin it orbiting around you as an ion stone.
Wee.
There we go. So it grants you natural armor +4, the fire subtype, immunity fire, vulnerability cold.
That's it? Okay, so I'll just put that down in the basics for now.
I guess Varg is a star now.
Hail my glory.
He is a star, but these small, freely circling orbs are orbiting the flame. So he is the main member in a binary system. You're welcome.
Will the little one start stripping matter from him?
Eventually.
That would be kind of hilarious to see.
So he might strip matter from them first, considering his relative size.
And okay.
Enough science. Continue.
Yes, Emma. She reaches to take up the shield of the sun from in its enclosure, but as her hand nears, she stops and pulls it back and announces that she feels like something is wrong.
Varg grunts, retrieves his celestial whatever the fudge, puts it back, and asks her to try and grab the shield again.
she does.
This time she reaches and smiles softly as she takes up the shield. She says she felt like something ominous was about to happen, and she's not sure what.
Bard grunts.
Okay,
just summons
seems
the
we
Guardian.
can only have one item.
Oops, I'm apparently under Varg now. Thank you.
Yep.
Which one we should take would be easier
I'd say
to know if we
the-
knew what the Guardian was.
I'd vote the Shield of the Sun because no matter what the scenario is, that's a 20th level equivalent caster power for a paladin. I'd take a 20th level paladin over a couple of ones
Yeah,
that I
but-
see.
No, she doesn't. She would, as he said, until she took up the quest, she would just get the
resistance.
resistance.
Yeah.
So it gives her an extra 2 to her AC and 10 resistance to all energy types she's not already resistant to, which is damn good. Especially if you want her to tank.
Well,
That would push her AC to 48.
Scorchy, we would take that staff, but the problem is we're not sure how it works. It's like we could theoretically say how it works, but until we actually test it, we don't know, and that's taking a risk most of us aren't really all that comfortable with. It's like it's one of those things we would take, but it seems we can only take one thing, and we'd want to take one thing that helps us fight, not something that helps us maybe fight again.
Well,
It's
if we just,
dangerous. I don't want to break reality.
Besides, how do we
Uh,
redo it? The Guardian kills us.
That's a good point.
it will. If we decide to take it, we'll test it out then. It's just it's not worth trying right now.
But we have all the time in the world right now. We don't really have to. We're not really on a time limit.
No, but it's still
Well,
rude
yes,
to hang
but
about in someone
they're
else's
worried
treasure room.
they're worried about irreversible consequences from experimenting with something that is capable of manipulating time.
Yeah, that never leads somewhere pleasant.
Breaking the universe is
we
bad.
manipulate matter and mind on a daily basis. Why not reality?
Because there are gods to dictate that the universe won't explode if we do that. There's no god that says the universe will not explode if we do that.
Well,
Time.
it's okay. Imagine this. Time manipulation. This thing was clearly made, and the world has not exploded yet. So
Maybe
clearly,
because no one used it.
It's been in a vault all
then
this
why
time.
is it here?
Because maybe they know it's a bad idea and put it in a vault, so they didn't ever use it.
Hey,
That's
I
just
know.
my thought, though. I'm of the
Let's just-
opinion we shouldn't take it.
I'm
so
just
that's my
saying.
vote.
Look, we clearly
I
have
know.
the
Let's just say
ability.
screw this and use the.
We clearly have the ability to test this, and if it doesn't work right, put it back and just go on our merry way. I'm just asking for an experimentation before we go on our way.
And we're telling you that by the experimentation alone could destroy everything.
Well, then let's experiment. You have to consider the paradox of the fact that if it was destroyed, then it wouldn't be destroyed.
Varg lets Ameswa just sort of carry the shield and starts moving forward. His head hurts.
No. Here, I'm afraid you're going to have to, before you just charge forward, I'm afraid you should answer Anne, even if you're not going to answer Aishlin.
Fair enough. The simple thing is, most of us don't want to take the risk. Like, party vote. We don't want to have to risk destroying the universe on a
Party
whim.
vote is 2 people, well, 3 people.
Yes, 3 versus 1. I think we can figure out who won the party votes.
From an out of character perspective, I just don't want to have to make T actually deal with this right now.
There
Well,
is
if he wants
that,
to
yes.
deal with it.
I don't think any DM in his right mind wants to deal with time travel.
Do you want to deal with this, Tiagshi?
To be fair, I would not have put this item here if I didn't think you guys were going to screw with it at least once.
There we go. Okay,
However-
please experiment and then go. What?
However, if you note its ability can open a portal through time, it is quite likely that whatever you do, you're going to render irreversible consequences by using this object. It is a kind of thing that if you're going to use it, you're going to use it as a last resort
Which is
from an in-character point of view. Do you really want to start messing with time unless you have a nefarious agenda you are trying to promote with it?
Yeah, like I don't mind making him deal with it. I just don't want to give him a whole bunch of complicated time travel scenarios right at this instant when he just made a boss for us to fight.
I just am nervous about time travel, period, so that's just me.
I'm also nervous about time travel, and looking at the items, like how it works itself, it's so easy for it to go off by just a little bit. And of course, in character, Coriel has no reason to use it at all.
As a character, Aaliyah has a reason to use it, just not
Only
until we see what
Aaliyah.
else is in here.
No, Brad can only speak for Alia.
Svarg doesn't have the brain power to put that to the kind of use it would be useful for, and he would probably break the universe within like a day, if it even took him that long.
Yes, I would like to use it. Aaliyah would like to use it to save her mother's life.
But priority says, do not screw with the universe until in a scenario where screwing with the universe is our only hope, or we are really sure it won't destroy the universe.
I don't know, it's just there might
Well-
be more useful stuff inside, so we might as well see what else is in here before we decide to take the Scepter of Aegis.
That was also a
I'm
possibility.
already taking some.
Oh, the thing we're taking right now is just to help fight the Guardian. The Scepter of Ages would be useless to fight the Guardian.
Unless you want to use it as a
Club.
heavy mace.
Yeah. Which would be funny.
Open a portal on the in these. Wait, well, you could open a portal in the guy's innards and probably destroy him that way. Time portal through the gut shouldn't be livable.
It takes
It'll
10
be a
minutes
little
to open a portal.
difficult to aim 10 minutes in advance.
It's like a ritual. You have to 10 minutes to open the portal thing.
Lucky aim.
And 10 minutes to spare while he stands there and looks at you funny.
Also,
Yes.
you can apparently rush through activating it and activate it in a minute, but it increases the DC by 10.
And the DC is already
Right.
insane, I imagine.
Also, the tear apparently opens just anywhere within 15 feet. So
So you don't even get to aim it, it's just in that direction.
But what if the being fills up the entire corridor?
I think Varg
No.
has dibs on that.
This rift cannot be used as a weapon or destructive effect.
Yeah, well, there you go.
yeah.
Also, you're currently on a constructed demiplane.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
making
that's
a
something you
plane
should
with
point
an-
out.
Oh yeah, okay, creating a... No, we really shouldn't
Or
do that,
the-
because...
Yeah,
The item itself limitation.
considering that the item lets you travel through time and not space, going back in time to before the demiplane existed would be a bad thing.
It literally erases from existence. Because we wouldn't have existed. Or the plane wouldn't have existed for us to exist on.
Well, I wasn't thinking of actually before the plane itself existed.
You
Well, we
want to
don't
do like
know
a
when it existed.
You want to do a rewind button. The problem is we can't be that accurate with the time portal anyway. It's like within a couple minutes, but
The portal's within 1 year.
yeah, well, it can't even be that accurate, Christ.
If you hit the DC or higher, you go to the intended time. If you get even one below, it's modified by 1d10 years.
Yeah, I
can-
test that.
I can make a
Sounds
DC
scary.
30 knowledge history check, no problem. I can auto pass that.
Well, that's good.
Jack
That's
of all,
comforting.
I have a plus 22 hit, and Jack of all trades lets me take 10 on any skill, even if you normally can't.
hmm
Still something I don't want to mess with. I vote we keep moving. Use the shield on the Mesua for the sake of it's a decent shield.
Also,
It is
assuming
more-
you guys survive, you could always come back and steal this later.
This is true. That's kind of what I'm
Feel
thinking, yes.
this? But what
yeah,
about
that-
the whole ominous feel?
If we
We're
kill the
bastards.
Guardian, it's not going to be very ominous anymore.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
I'm on the
so-
opinion of.
Unless there's
Yeah.
something.
So
What?
our plan right now is to just equip Emma with the Shield of the Sun to use her as a tank. Then we can take on the Guardian. Then we can see what else is in here, and we can decide what we're taking after we can see everything.
Yep.
Hey, how much fire resistance does Varg have already? I wonder what fire immunity does for him.
Fire resistance 15 when I'm in my fighting form. Fire immunity wouldn't do that much for me. It's immunity, so yay. What's funny is that it's actually be more useful on Emma because she's already immune to cold and it grants vulnerability to cold, so that would just sort of do nothing. So she'd be immune to fire and cold and be hilarious.
Yeah, that is pretty amusing. I like it when characters break items.
Mm-hmm. Well, we've all decided that we're going to take the Shield of the Sun on Emma for now, consider the Shield the Time Scepter for later, and move on to go kick the Guardian's face in, and his teeth, and his nose, and whatever
has
face,
any.
his face general area.
Mm-hmm.
Cross your fingers for a spell jamming helm, people.
Oh, I would so love one of those. Yay for space.
But yeah, that's what I said. Like, if there's nothing better, I like the Scepter of Ages just for the fact that it opens up new storylines.
Mm-hmm.
You mean the helm?
No, the Scepter of Ages. Like, if there's nothing better in here, I like that just because it opens up potential for new story ideas.
Like fighting in the ages past wars and all that fun stuff.
The heroes
Or-
of time.
Yeah, see?
Or say having me use it to save my mother and seeing all the unintended side effects from doing so.
Yeah, it seems
Maybe
like a
Jubilex
butterfly
will still be
effect and
alive.
just play like constantly through the same universe over and over.
And then we find out that Varg was the druid who got imprisoned in the Jail of Ages and went mad.
This is
I
totally
think he'd be able to get out, to be completely honest. He's gotten out of really weird stuff before. I think he could manage.
there's
Anyways,
always something better than you.
This is
Aaliyah
true.
was a Yamade all the time.
Yeah. All right, let's go.
Well, yeah,
Icorial
Togashi,
leads
you
the
need
way.
us- You need us to start moving because I'll start moving.
I
You
have
know-
moved.
One
know I
person
have.
who's passed the test of Starstone.
These
We
pillars
can do it.
in the hall are as they appear. And
Okay,
in
pillars
stop.
are pillars. Okay.
Don't walk
Pillars are
ahead of us,
pillars.
Varg, damn it.
Well, Icorial's moving at roughly this pace of a dead snail.
Then tell him to pick it up. Don't just walk ahead of us, because now we're in combat and you're in front of us.
I like being in the front.
So Varg
We don't like you
leapfrogs
being in
his
front.
way.
Teleport me elsewhere.
And the entire hallway suddenly goes pitch black. Alia, I believe you have a light spell on Saporabiru?
I think Superbio just
Sappy
glows.
glows, and my tattoo makes me glow.
Alright, what are the spell levels of those effects?
Sorry, can someone disconnect from the server? My internet went out and it's not able to reconnect.
I have to figure out. Sappy's would be his caster level.
Thank you.
Oh no, the spell level, not the caster level. Like is it as per light, sunlight?
I'm not sure what a magic item's light spell is. Just a second. They have the basic light that a magic item can have.
Okay, so that's normally just an unilluminating glow. If they do have a light, if it is a light spell, then if it is light as per a torch light spell.
Just a second.
The item one is as a torch. It's not a spell, but because I think Superbio glows because it's an artifact or something.
why
It's really innately
can't
powerful.
I move?
Because currently the things are happening.
Things are happening and I haven't had a chance to move. Okay.
Well, none of us
Yeah.
are reacting to anything. He's just double checking something
yeah.
a character has before we react.
Yeah, 30% of magic items shed light equivalent to a light spell.
Yeah,
Okay.
there you go.
All right, so yes, that the light spell by that particular name is the level 0 light spell.
Yep.
Okay. And no one else is carrying magical lights? Okay.
I don't believe I have any.
No, I think Alia and Aishlin would try to keep up a little closer to the rest of the group, but Varg did shoulder his way to the front. Now, let's see here. Measure something out. Yes, all right. The whole hallway is suddenly plunged into darkness, including those light sources, magical in nature, being suddenly extinguished.
I'll assume this is magical darkness, so dark vision cannot see through it.
Correct.
The world's gone purple.
And, as that is a reasonable and threatening thing to happen, y'all may roll into initiative.
Okie doke.
The master of initiative.
I know, I was the best at it.
His reaction is legendary.
Well,
Every
it
single
is.
battle,
It's
he
not
looks
the
at
way
his
I want
feet. Every battle,
you're-
he starts by
you're
looking at
just
his
all-
feet.
You're just always lost in thought, thinking about the next magical conquest you could make.
Pretty much. I guess that Guardian wants to go stone on us quick.
Yep.
Okay.
After a point, though, a lot of monsters tend to have like ridiculous initiatives. So
Oh, this one is only ridiculous because he has a reason to have it ridiculous levels. Okay, so he... Oh, let's see here. Surprise round, he only gets one action. Yeah, he is going to open with a proper warning for those entering into his domain. Varg, this is at you. And naturally against your flat-footed.
fair enough.
Of course it is.
He misses utterly and completely, and Varg just sort of blinks.
Varg, you hear something whistle out of the darkness, and something hits your shoulder and deflects off.
What was that about?
She who stalks.
Oh, her. So this is magical darkness, obviously.
Yes, it is. Or at least you can assume so, because otherwise Alia's lights would still be shining bright.
Yeah, that's the thing I'm going off of.
Everyone except Varg is smart enough to know that.
Yep.
Varg might be experienced enough to guess that.
Double yep.
Sorry, guess what? I zoned out there for a second.
Everyone here is smart enough to infer that if Alia's lights went out, either Alia's been teleported away or her lights have been dispelled.
I'm still here, everyone.
Okay, she knows where Varg is, because it's hard not to know where Varg is.
She can guess what direction Varg was in, yes. Of course, everyone probably went, whoa, when the lights went out.
Yeah. Break enchantment would be useless on this, because it's not correct, if that makes any sense. We're doing this because I see no other use for it, and this hallway seems to go forward. Stampede in front of Arg. She's gonna aim it basically 30 feet forward and just have it go do its thing.
Stampede.
Okay, you conjure a herd of acronauts or similar herd animal.
It's much faster for me to read.
Okay.
There we go. A swarm of beef.
Yes.
Okay.
It's Varg's favorite spell.
Swarm of beef. McDonald's hamburgers, attack your foes.
That will have to suffice. Size. Cute. Nope. Size.
20-foot radius space,
Gotcha.
so whatever that is.
Yep.
It'll last 15 rounds, so goes 120 feet per round. So we'll see how long this hallway is, I suppose.
One round. Okay, so this will be present at the beginning of her next turn. Oh, yeah. Hold on. This is a surprise round. She can't take a full round action like that.
That was just 4 round. I thought it was just a standard.
It's 1 round is the
1
casting
round. My
time.
mistake. Okay, I'll put that back on. Darn it! I will use the spell one day, but apparently that's not this day.
Yep, I'll set it aside in case you use it when she does get a full turn. But yeah, a move or standard.
Let me put that one back. Darn it! This is hard.
She has her chance to flinch.
Waffles. I don't have.
She could just brace to fire an arrow at the first hostile thing she sees.
This makes sense because she did see, and she heard the whistling sound of an arrow, and she's an elf and carries a bow. She knows what an arrow sounds like.
I will ask her to make a perception check to make that distinction.
So fine, be it.
Because all she heard was things moving through the darkness. Varg couldn't even tell if it was an arrow or rock, and it hit him.
26.
Yeah, an arrow makes a reasonably distinct whistling sound. She thinks she heard an arrow. So,
all right then. Fickle wins on everyone.
She cannot target anyone but herself because she cannot see anyone.
He can't target a Corio.
Make me a 50% mischance, and sure.
Okay, she'll put it on herself for the sake of being, not the one being shot at. Gee, her HP is terrible.
Okay. She is surrounded by fickle winds. Varg.
Oh, dark. It's dark.
It is.
Still a surprise round, so let's see. Yeah, I really don't. I didn't pair like a ton of solar beams, so I didn't think. That's what I get, I suppose. Not to say I've always prepared solar beam.
Well, I'm a little miffed that I didn't know True Seeing had an expensive material component.
Hmm.
And what's this do?
I still got like 3 things left of it.
Ah, there we go. That'll do. Actually, no. Varg got shot at with arrows. He's not dumb enough to not do this. But he's dumb enough, but Fickle wins on
Fickle
himself.
wins. Excellent.
He saw an arrow hit him, or felt something hit him, and he's like, well, how about no?
Sounds fair enough. Alia.
Was that her sea mantle?
And I believe I can use a knowledge arcana to try to figure out what spell's causing the darkness if it's magical darkness.
If you currently have Detect Magic up, then yes, you would be able to see that aura and attempt to identify it.
I should, because I cast it in order to look at the magic items.
That is reasonable.
In that case, I'm going to take 10 on the Knowledge Arcana check and get a 32.
32. Skills, knowledge. My aura's 15 plus spell level. You know that it is a darkness, an evocation darkness spell, but you do not know which one.
Okay. I'm going to take the risk and cast Daylight and hope it's stronger than the darkness that was cast.
Okay. You cast out a few sparks of light, which are immediately snuffed and spark and disappear into the black.
Okay, I get the hint. Prepare solar beams all the time, always.
Now I'm just upset that I didn't know which spells had material components, because I would have bought some if I knew it had that.
Emesua.
Just 1 second. She's going to do. She's going to do a perception to try to pinpoint the location of the arrow firer.
Already?
Natural 1.
She does not know what precise direction that arrow came from. All she can say is that it did come from the hallway ahead of them.
Okay, she's got nothing. End of turn.
Aishlin.
Yeah, I can't think of anything for her to do.
Do you have any buffs you could throw on us, maybe? Do you have 9 lives prepared?
Thoughts? Well, it's dark. Probably
No,
safe to back out for the end.
buffs.
She
You
can't
know,
see
9
us,
lives. I remember 9 lives being awesome. Oh, she has this. Oh, damn it! She has to see us. Good poop.
Yeah, I can't see you people. It's completely hopeless for me to try doing anything.
You can put it on yourself. I mean, nothing wrong with that.
Well, if I can't see myself, can I do that?
Well, no,
Unless
you can
you're-
always see yourself. Like, you're aware of your own existence. You can put magic. I just put magic on myself.
You can
so
target yourself.
Okay, well, could I also, by that measure, just feel around and grope people until I figure out which one I want to, like, buff and just slap it on them? Literally?
If you want to do so within the time limit you have of an action, you can take a 50% mischance on the people nearby.
Ah, all right. Well, there you go.
So you could target yourself and maybe Alia with something.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say just like slap Ollie upside the head and stuff with the 9 lives or something and roll with that. But my problem at the moment though is I haven't updated my spell list since weeks ago with Jubilex, so I really don't have.
1 second here. Polar Midnight, True Res, Maze, Stormbolt, Chain Lightning, Waves,
Yeah.
Pillar, Dust. Yeah, you're a little heavier combat focused than the rest may have been yesterday, actually, but your spell list is like you've only got 2 open slots for re-preparing later. It should be a serviceable list to you.
You have dust form prepared? I'm just looking over stuff you can maybe do, because dust form could you can put that on yourself, no trouble, and then reduce the chance of you getting shot or something. Just throwing ideas out.
Alright, so all sources of light are being snuffed out. What if there was like Pillar of Life, whenever I cast that, it sent off a big beam of light, but it was mainly a healing spell. Does the utility matter for this whole thing? Should I roll a perception check to figure out about this darkness, or should I just experiment with Pillar of Life?
Well, as a light spell that glows as though it was a sun rod, if it's equal or higher level to a darkness spell, then in the same area, then it will dispel that darkness.
It could work, is what he's saying.
Yeah, that's the way all light and dark spells work.
That actually is a good idea.
It's not a light spell; it's a life spell.
Yeah, but it has the light descriptor, school, conjuration, healing, light, and it radiates light as if a sun rod. So it is a light spell. It just also performs healing for anyone who walks into it.
I see.
So you could literally plonk it on top of Varg so everyone could see Varg, or in front of Varg.
Why would I plonk it on top of Varg? I would rather just plonk it to see if it works and then...
using it as an example, not as like,
But I can't plonk it on him because it's not a movable object.
No, but you have a medium range with it. Like, you can put it anywhere between you and 100 feet forward and 100 feet back till you hit a wall.
I could put it through a wall and then it would be out of the dimension.
Yeah, there's that.
I need to be able to aim and just put it right there next to me so I can at least plan my next action without being completely blind.
That's actually pretty smart.
The lights have only just gone out. You could successfully aim it down the hallway without, misfiring off into the... Hold on, I'm just going to wait till your microphone stops listening to me. There we go. You could successfully fire it down the hallway and get it some declared distance down the hallway without missing and going into the ceiling, floor, or into the walls. That's not a problem. But you're not going to successfully put it directly on anyone or anything if you don't know precisely where it is.
So your character just saw the room, so she knows that Varg is roughly 20 feet away. She can just say 30 feet
Varg
that way.
does not have to be the target.
I'm just using that as a point of example. I'm just saying she knows where the room is and can say, oh, the hallway looked about like 100 feet long, so I'll put it 50 feet forward, or 25, or right next to me, or whatever.
It only sheds a 30-foot light, so don't put it too far away from us. But you're gonna
Well, I
want to
can
put
cast Pillar
You're
of
gonna
Life
want-
3 times, so I could just take 3 tries, see if this works. If it doesn't work the first time, I'm not working the second or third.
Okay. You're gonna want to put it somewhere near Varg so we can see it in front of us, though.
Yeah, but in character.
Yeah.
It's a 30-foot radius, right?
In character, just go for it. Don't spend all day puzzling about what to do.
I'm
Try
not
something.
puzzling.
Maybe it'll work.
I'll just try to cast it over here next to Alia.
Okay. Go figure, the only token I've got for a light source is exactly the same as all of these artifacts that I've put around. Alright, Sunrod.
Just get a picture of a light bulb.
It would get the point across.
Okay. You saw Alia's attempts to cast out some light, and you decided you'd try that yourself. And
Oh, right.
no,
'Cause it's dark.
you would have seen the brief sparkles as flying out from Alia before they sputtered out. And you cast Pillar of Life, creating a bright glowing column beside you and Alia, which illuminates the hallway.
Ah, my eyes, I was looking right at it.
Give me just a second. Okay, further. All right.
Goody.
The hallway is re-illuminated. And nothing can be seen down the hall.
Spooky.
Lovely.
Ikoria
Huh.
Still a surprise round, right?
is.
Then I have a question. Do we get a swift action during a surprise round?
Yes.
Okay. There is one thing I'm curious about, because I thought about this a while ago, right before we went to fight Jubilex.
Mm-hmm.
Which was when I turned into an Earth Elemental, but my sword was not the correct size. So I got a bit of a downgrade on that.
Right?
If you hit yourself with a large person, which, enlarges all the equipment carried, and then transform yourself, does all your equipment stay at that size?
And large person is a polymorph effect. Polymorph effects do not stack.
Ah,
You can't cast another polymorph effect on yourself if you have a large person on.
okay.
Otherwise, I would be so broken as to solo everything.
That's true.
Yes.
I'll just deal with it then. I'm going to cast Elemental Body 3 and become a large fire elemental.
Okay.
I'll just scoot this direction, I suppose.
Yeah, there's enough room for two large things in here.
Alright. You go down one, I go to the one to the left. We'll fit. Left relative to looking at the screen, not left relative to the character.
Yes. I get a -2 in all my attacks from now on with the blade. I think that's what it is. Yeah, that'll be it for right now.
Alrighty. Let's see here. Check. Okay, I need to make a knowledge check. Excellent. Use an action for that. Okay. Alia,
Uh-huh.
from some shadow further down the hallway, an arrow comes flying down the hall, passing between the bulk of the people in front of you, and is coming straight at you.
Hey, I know that trick.
Let's see here. Don't get that, and not using that.
I assume this is getting around my displacement then.
This one? Yes.
Seeking bows are fun. That actually hits me.
Okay.
Fun.
Now, do you have any spell resistance?
No.
Okay.
Oh no.
Do you have any are you wearing fortification armor these days? I know at one point you were.
No, I have the effect of the Jingaska of the Fortunate Soldier.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's a critical hit thing, I can negate it.
Okay, if it's a crit. Alright. Alright, so that and one of these, the original.
Jingasa also works on sneak attacks.
Yeah, it's the same as the effective fortification armor.
And the original damage mod was 14.
God fucking damn it, son of a bitch, crapping, god, fuck.
Does
Yes.
a 34 hit your... yes, does a 34 hit your AC?
No.
Alright, it does not confirm.
Motherfucking goddamn son of a bitch, piece of
Boy.
crap, piece of shit. I knew he was gonna one day fucking throw this at us. I knew it. Felt it in my
Innate bolt.
soul.
Nevertheless, this still gets through.
Triple fuck you.
I'm going to negate that with my Jingasa.
Alrighty.
Just 3
I get 1.
billion, just die in a fire.
Anyways, these next two arrows are coming at Emesua.
Use the shield.
She has SR 26.
It's okay, these do not have named blood on them.
Okay.
They're
40
exactly
named
as you
arrow.
see. If those hit, though, she will suffer the sneak, because she does not know whence these are coming from.
49 hits, 43 doesn't.
Okay.
Great load of bullocks.
Well, there's some reason I should be going forward first, I guess.
Check. Okay. She who stalks.
Well, I have fickle wind, so I'm immune to it. Period, because it's bow. So you know.
I'm immune to sneak attacks right now.
Well, I mean, he actually can't hit me. Period. Like he can't even do normal damage.
Oh, is that an evil aligned attack?
It is not.
Okay, I get DR against it then. Unless
Go
it's
ahead.
a +5 weapon.
Yes, it is a +5 weapon.
Okay, now do the stampede.
Alright.
Honk it in front of Arg and charge.
She begins casting Summon Stampede.
Yep.
Arg.
I need to check the distance on something.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of cubes. Yeah, it makes sense. Starting at this 10-foot cube and going south until I run out of 10-foot cubes. I have 20 of them, so 200 feet in a line of reverse gravity.
Yep. 1 second.
Deliberately not touching the artifacts, by the way. That's why I have it in the center, because I do not want the artifacts to do weird crap.
Gotcha. Okay. Yep, that's good. I'll just mark that. So 20 cubes, is it?
Correct. 20 10-foot cubes in a line. It's essentially a 200-foot line of big line. No, it'd be more than 200 foot. It'd be like, it'd be really big.
Nope, not on the background layer. The object layer will suffice. Okay. Remember that that will affect the rest of the party.
If they go into it, yep.
Okay.
But for now, floating cows.
Do you have a move action?
Not particularly. No, I think I'm good. Oh wait, Dan's current. Yeah, I was gonna say I probably should enrage, but if I enrage, there's no real point because what I get out of it, I need to wait until I'm big to do that. So for now, I'm good.
Okay. Alia.
Let's see. As a non-action, I'm going to attempt to pinpoint the attacker from the attack they made.
Go ahead.
For reference, arrows work just fine in the reverse gravity area. Just so everyone knows. It just changes the arc, basically.
Oh, sorry, I selected the wrong person.
Don't worry.
My perception's 23. You know what? I'll just take 33 on it.
Okay. You are not able to determine the exact location, but it definitely came from past this pair of pillars. You were still busy blinking the light out of your eyes, because that thing's
Yeah.
right beside you. Or something.
Okay, I'm gonna 5-foot step down. So I know it came from past here, but nothing other than that, huh?
Yep.
$10 says greater invisibility. He's combining the worst parts of Shale and Slade. The bastard.
Oh, that's why I'm pissed off. I didn't know True Seeing had an expensive material component.
I have some of them.
Oh, do you have some?
Yes.
But he's currently a fire elemental.
Yes.
I take it your equipment isn't available for me to grab then.
That is unfortunately correct.
Does anyone have expensive eye ointment?
On me.
She who stalks isn't into makeup that pricey.
Yeah,
Just
she
go
talks
teleport
to-
somewhere. We'll be here when you get back.
This is true.
It'll take me a few hours to get anywhere and back. And we're on a demi-plane.
Yeah, that's true.
And I don't think Aishlin wears any makeup on her mask.
Nope.
Okay, I'm just going to start taking blind shots then, since I have a nice seeking bow. I'll point. You tell me. You tell me whether I should roll an attack or not.
Okay.
I'm gonna take a full round of blind attacks then. It's past these pillars.
Yes.
Okay, 1.
You hear an arrow clatter on the ground.
2.
You hear an arrow clatter on the ground, and then fall to the ceiling.
3.
You hear an arrow clatter to the ceiling.
4.
You hear an arrow ping off of a glass cage.
5.
You hear an arrow clatter to the ceiling.
Emma's turn.
Emesua.
She's going to make another pinpoint attempt. And everybody should be doing this every turn, by the way.
I will at this point.
I will let you guess how well that is for you.
Reverse gravity is not a good thing for Emma, huh?
No, she just float to the ceiling rather than the floor. She like Bob closer to the ceiling than to the floor. It really isn't a problem.
With
Doesn't
only
slow
a
you down.
12, with only a 12-foot ceiling, all she needs to do is make a reflex save to halve the d6 of damage that she'd take floating to the ceiling.
Yeah, it's not lethal. I did this to maybe make the guy scream or something unexpectedly, not to really hurt him. I wanted a reaction. Damn it, the dude hasn't said anything, so no luck.
He's not
Mhm.
saying anything. Just a second.
She should actually be at full HP.
Probably. I mean, I have regen, so no reason MS wouldn't not regen.
Oh, pardon me. No, I did hit her with those arrows. Never mind me.
Yes.
Yeah.
I forgot. Didn't think I'd done over 40. Carry on.
Detect thoughts as a DC too low to be useful.
That's in the spell description, so MS was fine. She levitates, right? So
No,
Yeah.
she floats, which is not quite the same. She floats a specified distance above the ground, so she would continue to float a couple inches off the ceiling instead of the floor.
all right. I didn't know how her floatiness works. I just need to post that. All right, continue.
She has that will lightning bolts. We might be able to get a reaction that way. Yeah, so she's going to fire a lightning bolt directly in front of her. See if we can scare the guy.
So straight south down the hallway.
Yeah.
Alrighty. What's the range on her lightning bolt?
I believe lightning bolt has a 60-foot range. Let me just double check.
Okay. Like if we're not
per
talking,
the spell.
okay. Yeah, I just want to make sure that we're not talking a long range bolt.
Lightning is
we're talking
120 feet.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's 120 feet per the spell.
Okay, so we're talking a line. Good. It crackles off down the hallway, ionizing the air as it goes. The smell of ozone is quite thick in this unventilated vault.
Make a reaction, damn it.
Yeah, I'm getting cheesed off. I'm gonna turn something big and just barrel down this way until I run into something that's made of him.
You hear
I
no
moved, I
shouts of
cast. End of turn.
You hear no shouts of surprise, startlement, or fear. Aishlin.
Could you be a doll and give us a light further away?
What? But there's already a light. You haven't even moved.
Because we can't see anything further than 30 feet away from us.
But then why is the whole corridor lit up?
Yeah, you guys all have low light vision, so you can actually this is the line of dim light. You can see dimly beyond that.
So she's asking to put one like there-ish so we can see even further. Don't have to, but she's asking, please.
That would be super helpful. Unless the guy's invisible, but that's a separate problem.
He probably is.
No, I mean, I'm not against the idea. It's just I'm way back here, and my action would be spent mostly moving.
No.
I wouldn't be
Pillar of
able-
Life. Pillar of Life has a range of 100 feet plus 10 foot per level. You can
Okay.
put one up 300 feet away.
All right, well, I'm just letting you guys know. I only have 2 other of these prepared since we fought Jubilex, and
Yes.
I wasn't actually there, so I'm just saying that.
It's fine. We shouldn't need one further than there.
Okie dokie.
And if that allows us to see him, that allows you to target him, which is a good thing.
Well, what if we're just what if you're just asking me to put light down the hallway and we're sort of chasing him with light bulbs? I mean, that might be a waste.
Chasing him with what do you think he fears the
All
light?
they're asking for is that suggestion.
Yeah, I understand, and I want to take up the suggestion. What I'm worried about, though, is that it would be potentially wasting a spell, which might come useful later.
Yes. So
Well, considering we can't advance down this hallway anyway without light, it's really a moot point.
well, actually, almost all of you have dark vision at least 60, in some cases 90 feet. Now that the magical darkness is dispelled, you don't need light again.
Was the magical darkness completely dispelled?
Yes, it has been. At least as far as you can see.
Okay, I thought it was just suppressed.
No one's attempted to make that determination.
Because we are dumb.
So,
Alina could do it.
clarification.
Aishlin could say she could.
No, I mean, what?
She could Aishlin could say you'll roll to see whether or not the effect is suppressed or dispelled, and you'll roll like Knowledge Arcana, and you'll say something like, "Oh, it's been dispelled. We don't need to do that anymore." And then we'll realize we can just run ahead and not have to waste any more spells of that nature.
Alrighty.
What a bountiful list of assumptions. But yes, it would play out that way if all goes well.
Yes.
If it doesn't,
This is Varg. He assumes everything, everywhere, all the time, always.
That wasn't Varg talking. That was Chris.
I didn't say Chris thought any differently.
Quit putting words into the poor girl's mouth.
Okay.
Yeah, just do a spellcraft to see if the. You can do a spellcraft as a non-action, just see if the effect was suppressed or dispelled.
okay, would I be rolling Perception, Arcana, and Spellcraft?
It would be Spellcraft, and if and only if you can currently see magical auras. So do you have a constant detect magic on?
I don't believe I do. I mean,
Okay.
aside from enchanted objects on my person, I don't possess the ability to see auras.
Right.
In that case, I would suggest casting detect magic and then doing the spellcraft. I assume you know detect magic because
Yeah, it's a level 0
I don't
spell. I have prepared.
yeah. I don't think Varg's. I don't think Chris is that bad at making a character to screw you over like that.
I have 1 detect magic prepared for level 0, but then again, that's a cantrip, so I can cast that as much as I want, right? Yeah, just double check.
Yeah,
It's weird. It's on the prepared section.
You have to. Prepared casters have to prepare their cantrips, but once they do, they can cast them as much as they want.
I gotcha.
Whereas I can just cast any cantrip I know.
Lucky. But she only knows 6. Or 9, actually. She's a bard.
Yeah.
But yeah, casting Detect Magic will give you the ability to see the auras that are flying around, and you'll have more information about what's happening. Right now, Alia also has Detect Magic up, but she might be trying to hit things with her bow, and Acorial probably could cast Detect Magic,
I'd
but
assume
he's
he
going
has
to
it
be
for the same
busy hitting
reasons,
things
but
with his
yeah.
sword.
All right.
Hell
So
yeah.
basically, I get to play Watchtower. All right.
Ah, but the Watchtower is also the person who first gets to hit with their giant empowered lightning bolt.
I don't have that prepared. I don't think.
The
That chain
Watchtower
lightning
also
would
gets
not
to
hit
talk to
everybody
every
else.
member of the Justice League.
Anyways.
The Watchtower also gets to spread the word of Jehovah. There's about 1 million Watchtower jokes you can make.
Yeah. All right. You can now make out spell auras within a range around you. Although this first round of detect magic, you can actually only see auras. Next round, you can start trying to identify them and their properties.
Alrighty.
Also, to the vision of detect magic, this whole hallway is lined with these bright shining beacons of light that somehow don't illuminate the rest of the room because this place is lined with artifacts. You know, in addition to the usual glowing hotbeds of coals that everyone's worn items are. Do you have a move action?
Well, I'm kind of safe back here with a couple different meat shields. I'm pretty okay, I think, unless you guys want me to move up. I don't see a strategic advantage.
No, you should be fine where you are, unless you end up wanting to cast something close range, but you'll need to be able to see the guy before you can.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a fire shield.
I have a wind shield.
Yeah.
Our
Coriel
powers
has
combined, we can summon Captain Planet if we had 2 other people.
Yeah, Coriel's got his fire shield, and there's Knuckles right beside him. Coriel.
Right. I am also going to make a perception check, try and pinpoint where this guy is.
Sure, you've seen a couple arrows sail past.
You know, it would be a bastard if he had his arrows enchanted with invisibility.
That'd be hilarious, and I don't know how he'd find them himself.
Yeah, that'd be a problem. Also, I feel they'd be ridiculously expensive.
That wouldn't actually
Funny,
affect
though.
that mechanic. That wouldn't actually affect that mechanically, since you can find out where arrows are coming from through sound.
Yeah.
It's just
Anyways,
funny.
Coriel, you cast your eyes about the hallway, and you can see no obvious threats. Or anyone wielding a bow, for that matter.
Well, you cast light right now, right? Being a fire elemental at all.
I would assume so. I didn't see any specific stats on it.
You do cast light as a non-magical torch as a fire elemental, yes.
Why don't you just advance up and
Yeah.
see what happens?
Overland flight should still be on me, so I don't care about that reverse gravity.
Correct.
That's as far as I can move, and I can fire my own lightning bolt, but it go to the same place. I'm gonna take another move action.
Okay.
Yeah, well, actually, come to think of it, if she's getting sneak attacks off, she must be within 30 feet of us.
No, she could have the goggles that let you do sneak attacks from any range.
The what?
Shale or Slade. Slade had a pair. They're called like greater sniper goggles. They let you sneak attack at any range with a ranged weapon. Normal ones let you do within 30 feet. Or 60, that's it, 60, yeah, 60. 30's the normal, 60's with normal, and with the greater any distance.
That should be my turn anyway.
Okay.
People should be able to see down here now.
Alrighty. Yes, you pass several artifacts, which I am not going to am not going to bother making us go through all the rigmarole of describing them until you guys can actually focus and pay attention on them.
Right.
However, as you pass this pair of pillars, the hall is suddenly plunged into darkness.
Oh, lovely.
Overcome the previous pillar of light.
No, it's a new spell thing.
I know. In order for a darkness spell to overcome a light spell, it has to beat the light spell or be equivalent to it. So we might have this really strange game of round robin in the next couple seconds.
Well, I can't see.
Neither can I.
Well, actually, if that spell's not stronger than a level 5 spell, it can't dispel the light there. The light that Sunrod's that the Pillar of Life is creating.
Darkness spells counter or dispel any light spell of equal or lower level.
Yup.
Okay, it's a level 5 darkness spell, then we know that much.
So this happened after I moved about 30 or 35 feet in?
Maybe
Yes.
just didn't hit those pillars.
I think it happens at each pillar.
Yeah.
And
Right.
it was 35, so unfortunately that is your second move. You can keep on moving, but now you're in darkness.
Right. Can I see anything of the last pillar if I look back?
You can see Alia, She Who Stalks, Aishlin, and the outlines of Vargan Amesua.
I'm just gonna move like 10 feet forward then. If
I'll
it lets me.
I'll get you. Yeah, because
Okay.
you're moving into an area that you can't see.
Right, okay. Well, I can see my own fire, and I'm sure it looks very pretty.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Coriel, you hear a very soft footfall not too far away from you. Some arcane, some words of arcane, some mumbling, pardon, of arcane words of power. And then,
He can actually get a reactionary perception to that.
yes, I've actually already done that. That's if he
Okay,
wants
then.
to localize it, he can try to do so, but that he won't be able to until after this.
Right.
Okie doke.
Come on, there we go. And then you hear a soft spang of a bowstring. How does 48 do for your AC?
Right now, that does hit.
Okay. And do you have any spell resistance?
I do. It's only 19.
SR check is 30.
That definitely gets through.
Okay, so take the base 28 damage.
Elemental immune to critical hits. Waste of time.
Are elementals immune to crits these days?
Yes.
Critical hits, sneak attacks, they're really annoying.
I'm immune to bleed damage, critical hits, and sneak attacks, yes.
Awesome.
Not subject to critical hits or flanking, nor precision attacks. Okay.
There's no weakness, it's a ball of fire. What are you hitting? That's the weak point.
The center of it.
You're funny.
I fire this bow into the sun. Take that.
Alrighty
son.
then.
I should also be affected by my DR, so
If your DR is versus dash, then yes, that will be reduced.
yes.
Okay. You hear a curse in Assyriani, and then a few more twangs, which are not followed by the sensation of an arrow lodging itself in your vicinity. This one is against Emesua. Natural. Yep. Oh, it is not his day, is it? And last one against Emesua. 40.
If that's against her flat-footed, that definitely hits.
28 plus 42. 70, I reckon.
Nice was getting a little hurt. Oh, I should update my AC on my token.
And let's measure this out. Oh. In fact, there's only
Was that
this
just me?
opportunity. Pardon me?
Was that just me that got disconnected right now?
Yes.
It's been just you.
Great. Something's up with my internet then.
Mm-hmm.
Well, at least it's not our fault, so it's something controllable.
Murder
Yeah.
your neighbors.
Well, my turn just happened, so I might just go restart my router right now.
Okie dokie.
All right. But be aware that there are 3 more arrows coming at yourself.
Ah, I will reconnect right now then.
Okay.
It's morphin time. First iterative power.
Okay. So yep, that's the okay.
Campaign is currently loading.
Yep. All right. So
I
this
hear.
one's going to this one is going to keep that. Uh, 48.
That should hit me
Pardon
right
me.
now.
A 52.
My AC is 42 right now, so.
And a 29. That one bounces off. So, 27 plus 26 more. And now you can probably safely go bounce your router.
Yes, I will as soon as I get that health decreased.
She who stalks. The hallway has just gone completely black in front of you once more.
Oh, she's only got this. She knows it's magic now. I'll roll her spellcraft check. Or whatever it is.
I'm
The
gonna
spell
go
check.
bounce my router. I'd appreciate heals so I get back.
It's just her spell. It's just her caster level. So there you go. 32.
32. That's versus 11 plus spell level, caster level, if I
Yeah.
remember.
Correct.
All right.
And she uses greater. I don't think it. Greater doesn't change anything. It just lets it get higher level stuff possible to be spelled.
Okay, so she's trying to dispel the darkness spell.
Correct.
Alrighty.
I cast dark and dispel magic into the darkness.
Yes.
And fortunately, it works out for her.
Phew.
The hall is re-revealed, and it is still empty except for a fire elemental that seems to be dripping some of its fire.
There we go. That's her turn.
Okay.
She's
Could
trying to.
Yes, could she please make a reflex save?
Could have found it. Where's her sheet? There you are. 28. That beats my DC if you're curious.
Okay, she gracefully flips over and lands on the ceiling, taking only a point of non-lethal. And she can finish her move. Please make another reflex.
It's my DC again.
Okay,
It's hard. Come on.
granted. She stubs her toe,
My
flipping
highest-
over twice.
My highest DC is 23. It's not gonna be a problem. Yeah, that was her move action and her standard, so she's done. Also, there should be a herd of cows.
Yes, there is. Ow.
It's large, so it doesn't actually take up the space she's in, by the by. There you go, that's better. Just for this, I just don't want people to get
Let's see
confused.
here. And on her turn, where did that spell page go?
Rampage is 120 feet that way, and Ikorio gets hit because Ikorio decided to run forward when I deliberately said Cows of Doom, but, you know. Actually, hold on, he's fine. And here's why. The cows are on the ceiling, he's not.
Yeah, he's 12 foot tall.
Oh, okay, never mind, he's just gonna get bashed in the head a lot.
Herd of small aurochs, 20-foot radius space. Yeah, no, I did have the token correct. It fills the hallway, because the hallway's 20 foot wide, so
No, I thought
this is a 20-foot radius.
she would have moved it. Well, it would have moved before she got there, so.
Yes. It charges forward,
Boo.
and any creatures caught in the herd's path take 46 plus 9, reflex halves. What is the DC?
23, unless I'm crazy. Yeah, 23. No, 22. 22. You have made your reflex save. Take half unless you have evasion.
Of course,
Gonna guess he has evasion.
Yeah. Also, there is a clattering as some pedestals are rudely bumped. Coriol, you are also going to have to make a reflex. You're disconnected right now, so I'll just roll it off your token.
Too bad artifacts are immune to magic or it'd animate them.
He beats it.
Okay, so he takes
Half.
9 over 2. Oh, a piddly 13.
The idea was to, again, try and make the, get whoever it is make noise, but he's not, so it's pissing me off.
I should have given Sappy the ability to cast True Seeing. Note to self for next time I get money.
Welcome back, Ian.
Hello.
She Who Stalks' summoned Stampede did bump you for 3 damage after your DR.
I'm not too worried about that.
However, a herd of aurochs did just stampede down the ceiling over your head. Through your head, kind of, but nevertheless.
Not something you're going to see every day.
No. Warg.
Varg has a plan for this. He's going to spend a wild shape and quicken it to lower its level, but it's the same size anyway, so it doesn't really do anything. It's just quickened. So, to turn into a bat. A dire bat, specifically.
Alrighty. You turn into a dire bat.
I now have blind sight. Blind sense, 40 feet. So,
40. Roger that.
just being aware. So that was my quicken. So my first move action, I'm going to fly 40 feet, or at 30 feet, because butthole's in the way. Do I see anything interesting with my blind sense?
Let's see here. Blind Sense gives you... Come on. Come on, search result.
There wasn't anything with blind sight.
There is a difference between the two.
No,
blind
same.
sense.
There wasn't an animal with blind sight you could have become.
No, none of them have that kind of super keen ability. If you can think of a magic animal off the top of your head, but I couldn't.
Yeah, this Amesua, I believe, has blind sight, but not too far out.
Oh yeah, I forgot she had that. No, just a sec. I'll have to
Yeah.
find the distance for it.
I'm pretty sure it's 15 or 30 feet.
Then I
she
have a
does-
plus
Oh.
4.
I
No,
just
she
realized
has
I also
blind
have blind
sense.
sense.
She has blind sense 60.
Blind sense 60, okay.
I have blind sense 40, and apparently Corey also has blind sense, because apparently we all had this and no one told me.
Yeah, Eyes of the Dragon. I forgot that gives you blind sense 60 feet.
Blind
Right,
sense or
okay.
blind sight?
Uh,
Very different.
Sense.
Yes, in that case, check. Varg, perception check.
Okie dokie. If this is using blind sense, I get a plus 4 bonus on it, because I'm a bat.
Because of your racial bonus, yes.
Because I'm a bat.
Yes.
See,
That is
Blind
what we both
sense.
said.
the creature with blind sense does not
I
need to
am
make a
reading
perception
it.
check to notice.
Usually does not need to make perception checks.
Oh yeah, if he's using stealth, you'd have to do that still.
Yeah, check. How's a 49 do you?
A 49 probably isn't going to bode well for you.
Okie dokie.
Yes. You notice nothing of interest.
Flap, flappy, flap. I
wanna
fly
play
over
Flappy
there.
Varg now.
You want to what now, Varg?
I want to play Flappy Varg now.
That would be fun.
Also, Varg, you make me a fly check.
Sure.
You're coping with frequently reversing gravity fields.
Yeah, I am. One moment. $28.
Okay, you manage to not crater into the ceiling, then the floor, the ceiling, then the floor.
Then it again.
All right. Yes, you fly
That's why I'm
down
just
this
twirling.
way, and you. Let's see here. There we go. Vision appropriately revealed.
I see the beef.
The
I
tail
found
end
beef.
of beef. Yes. That was your 2 move actions. Anything? No, you used a swift or the thing. So
I'd like to use an active perception check to try and locate it now.
you
Before
have
that
made your perception for this turn.
Okay, I was wondering if like active versus passive. All right, fair enough.
You
Turn
made
done.
an active check this turn.
Oh, I made it when I noticed.
Yes.
Okay.
Alia.
Um,
You see Batvarg.
well, yeah. First, I'm gonna make my. Actually, did he attack last turn? Yes, and he screamed. So I'm going to make my passive perception check. Ouch. You don't need to tell me how that went.
Carry on.
Okay, I'm going to advance 40 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm going to make a single blind shot and hope I get lucky. This square.
You hear a clatter as an arrow lands on the floor.
Okay, that's Aaliyah's turn then.
Okay. Emesua.
Reflex save.
That actually fails by 1. So you just plunk on the ceiling. But...
Well, yes, but gravity sharply reverses for her, and she ends up prone with a single d6 of non-lethal.
Well, she can't be prone because she's floating for 1 inches above the ground. 2, the effect doesn't do that.
You can too land on your back.
I don't. I'm going to bring this up next time I cast this spell, and I swear to pumpkins, your enemies are going to ignore it somehow.
How do you swear to pumpkins?
Well, you find the great pumpkin, and you swear in his name, and hope he doesn't go into a blood frenzy. I'm referencing Robot Chicken. How dare you, uncultured swine, not know what I'm referencing?
You're referencing Charlie Brown.
Yes, I am. But within Robot Chicken's realm of Charlie Brown.
Anyways,
Aha,
Amesu
double the
does not
hipster cred.
gracefully reverse herself in mid flip. But she could still right herself.
Okay. Oh, actually, I haven't taken my. I'll just take 10 points next time because that'll screw that up. Okay.
Still have the rest of your other move actions. So.
Yeah. Well, standing would be. I'm fine being prone. That actually makes me harder to hit with an arrow.
Sure.
So I'm going to take my. Sorry, with my blind sense 60, I'm going to take an active perception,
Mm-hmm.
specifically to look for the invisible foe.
Sure.
Which we are dead set on believing is actually invisible and not merely like fine size and hiding behind a hat.
Well, we know it's invisible now because we have 2 people within light range, and Coriel heard it, so we know it's somewhere around him.
Mesua is not able to spot it.
Okay, that's her turn now.
Aishlin.
I should do some healing at some point.
I have a good question. When it comes to being a beast-spawned witch, I can assume the form of my familiar being a shape changer. I was wondering if I can cast spells as my familiar.
If you can what?
Cast spells while in the shape of a void worm.
Just a moment.
I can link you to the stuff if you want.
Could you link me to that particular witch archetype?
Yes, sir. Control V.
You should be able to, yes.
Awesome. A large-sized
hold
wood
on.
worm.
Hold on. Oh. No, you run into the same problem that Varg and other druids have, that they need to take a particular feat, wild speech, in order to still be able to speak these spells. So if the spell you plan on using has any vocal components, no, you will not be able to.
Somatic is a word for verbal, right?
Somatic is motions. Those are fine. You can move your different form in such a way as to accomplish those. But vocal is since you're changing it to something that cannot speak.
Deal with the spells later. Void Worm can.
Sorry, you're skipping out. Voidworm something.
I'm going to still try a large size Void Worm, and I'll figure.
Okay. You're doing this as per. Let's see here. Despite it being an outsider and shape changer, it is your familiar, so the rules as per Beast Bonded Witch still applies. There we go. As if using. There we go, yes. Beast shape 2. Large creature, okay. You are an unusually large voidworm. Proceed. You still have a move action.
Yeah, I'll just behind the rest of the.
Okay. Acorial.
She just has every intention of healing you, but she has to catch up first.
Okay. I have glitter dust. With how, small the radius of that is, we have to find him first.
Mm-hmm.
I also have it. If we had 2 more people with it, we could just blanket the area in front of you, since we're pretty sure he's there.
We know he's nearby, at least. I will use my passive perception.
Alrighty.
You have blind sense, so that helps.
Yes, I know he does.
Yeah.
But it does not help him today.
Yes, that's the best perception roll. Sheesh. What to do with this?
Well, the thing is, we know it's beyond this pillar.
Yes. Okay, all
And
these
he shot at
focus
you
primary target.
And we know he shot at you from over here somewhere. Because you would have heard him move behind you if he did.
Well, I could always make black tentacles.
Oh yeah,
I'm
there's
not
a 20-foot radius, isn't it?
Yeah, but I don't know if they try to grapple things, if they know it's there or not.
They
Well, they
know
are-
anything in their
the tentacles
radius.
don't need to see him. Yeah, the tentacles don't need to see him. They'll grapple at him. Actually, them grappling at him would help you. With DM discretion, them grappling at it might actually give you an idea where it is.
Well, Var can fly and I can fly, so we should be fine. Right?
Well, the tentacles will try to grab anything within their reach, but yeah, you guys are big enough that crawling on the ceiling might help if you were normal sized. At your size, you're filling the hallway.
Right, I'm just... I can cast like tentacles like around the entire corridor, right? On the ceiling and the walls.
Uh,
Uh,
20
It's a 20 foot.
Yeah.
It's a 20-foot radius spread.
Yeah, it'll cover a lot of the floor. In fact, a 20-foot radius means you could do. Let me use an appropriate color for this. Means you could do that.
I don't see anything.
Oh,
Oh, there it is.
Yeah,
That would be helpful. If he's still in this
Yeah.
area, anyway.
Varg's flying, so that wouldn't hit him anyway.
Yeah, alright, let's go for Black Tentacles.
Alrighty.
I've got plenty of the things. It's one of the best spells ever.
Is that where you want it targeted?
That works, yeah.
Okay.
I'm fine. I'll be okay.
And
It
we
doesn't
know he's
matter.
not
You're flying. You're 8 feet wide.
You heard
Yeah,
me.
they're probably gonna try and grab you anyway.
I know
Yes,
that I
they
can
are.
succeed. I'm Varg.
All right. So every creature in the area of the spell subject to a combat maneuver.
Good luck.
And the combat maneuver is caster
It
level, big attack
uses.
bonus.
Yes. So your caster level as their BAB plus 5.
Yeah, okay. That's just a
And the
d20
ten-
plus 5 then.
And he doesn't
No,
get the bonuses for being invisible because the black tentacles can't see anyway. Cha-ching.
Yeah.
D20 plus
Plus
20.
25.
5.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
then
so add
35.
20 to that.
30. Yeah, 30.
30. Thank you.
Words are not working.
Yep. 30. Check. The tentacles flail around, and they try to grab at those glass cages in which there are artifacts, but they only wrap around the cages. They don't seem to be able to worm their way inside the cages.
That's probably for the best.
However, one second, double checking something. Yeah, this is going to seem awful weird to you, but you notice that there is a gap in your tentacles.
Ooh.
Might want to get that checked out, son.
Right there. Okay.
Bingo.
He's got
No
invisibility sphere.
No tentacles formed there, or at least none you can see.
I would just body slam that general area.
Well, now we know where to cast glitter dust.
Yeah, I have quickened spells whenever I want. Let's just cast a quicken glitter dust. I don't care.
All right, burn your point.
It's not a point. I can just only do it once a day.
Okay, it's a daily. All right. Let me just double check the terms of glitter dust to make sure I don't do anything silly with that. Glitter dust. Let's see here. There's a save to negate the blinding.
It visibly outlines visible things, like take a minus 40 stealth penalty.
I'm pretty sure that means that it is blinded.
It is a will negate. It's a level 2 spell. So yes, he is blinded.
Perfect.
He's blinded and we can see him. That's hilarious.
And you see a vaguely human outlined shape.
Hey Varg, you
Eat it.
hungry?
Nom
Eat
nom
it.
nom nom nom.
Oh, it's not like he can land.
I don't need to.
And I'm not going to bother moving, so that'll be my turn.
All right. Alt Stalker.
Up shit creek without a paddle.
Mm-hmm. Let's see here. What would it do in this scenario? It
Be very
should-
blind.
Yeah, it is blind, but it may make a new save to negate that. Does
It has
that...
to be- Yes, that does hit. 24 DC.
Okay.
He
it
doesn't
is,
get that till the end of his turn anyway.
at the end of their turn. Pardon me. All right. It is still going to try and make a blind flailing attack. However,
How do you like not seeing, asshole?
it is going to. Hmm. All right. It's going to make a perception check to localize the only creature it hasn't tried putting an arrow into. Where is the
I am curious how it's doing that.
Hero Lab? Why did you go away? There we go.
Since this perception checks based on sight automatically fail.
It is not always based on sight.
Yeah, I'm just curious.
And-
He can make it based on hearing or whatever. He uses the
Yep.
rules for invisible creatures.
Varg is busily flapping his wings.
Yep.
So that means that plus the penalty. Yeah, Varg. Yeah, he can auto pass perception.
Feel free to shoot.
Nope. All right, he is going. The figure drops something, and you see a very old and rotted bow land on the floor, and then it moves 10 feet. You two can take AOs if you like.
I shall.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. Let's see if transform into a large creature, which means a perfectly average roll.
All right, 40. 41 hits.
Does 25 hit? Probably
It
not.
does not.
Okay, dokie. I'm going to make a grapple check because screw you.
And Varg is doing what Varg does best.
Devour. Hold on, no, I
Actually,
need to use the smaller form. Hold on.
she's actually right. Voidworms have listed languages. They can speak
Okay.
Common Protean.
Okay, this is correct. Does a 63 grab him?
Do you have grab in this form?
Yeah. It's a separate effect from just the creature. I just have grab. I also have constrict and rend actually from two different. I have so much items. It's not even funny.
No. Grab is a trait of the attack, not of.
I got grab
it's a
from
universal monster rules.
And I'm 90% sure I got it from an item and not from like being a crocodile. I'll look into it. Hold on.
Yeah, because if you're getting it from Serpent Shaman, you're not a reptile right now.
Yeah, hold on. You might be
And
correct, so-
yes, my mistake. That it has a listed language, so it can speak.
Oh,
So yes,
You're
You can't attempt to grapple as an AOO.
Okay, I'll just do the grapple then, because you are correct. I'm actually getting the constrict from one of my items, not the grapple, the grab. So yes, I'm just going to try and grab it. Because that does damage anyway.
You can't
Okay,
attempt
so-
to grapple as an AOO. Grapple is one of the combat maneuvers you can't do as an AOO.
Can't or
Okay.
can?
Can't. It's a standard
God
action.
damn it. What can I do? Bull rush? Reposition?
no.
You can only do ones that say they work as an attack.
Yeah. Or
So
if you have a
disarm-
feat that lets you make some ability in place of an attack.
So, can you do it with bull rush? This is why I don't focus on the other ones.
Bull rush is a standard action. Dirty trick is a standard action. Disarm can be used as an attack. Drag is a standard action. Grapple is a standard action. Yeah, pretty much everything except for disarm is and sunder are standard actions.
Well, I hit him with a bite, so I'll just roll my damage.
Okay.
Yeah, let's see. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-dee. Dire bat. Yep, looks like it just went up by one.
And by the way, you guys are, just because I was closing this tab and noticed what was written in it, yeah, you guys were saved from being attacked completely flat-footed only because Emesua, as an outsider, can detect actions that are going to change her alignment.
Yeah.
He can change
Now
our
I'm
alignment.
Taking the second thing. Taking the Shield of the Sun after Varg had already picked up the...
Okay, so that's that, and I'm going to roll my d6 myself. Yay. Yay for viciousness. So, yeah, you take 46 points of damage, it looks like. Or that thing, sorry.
46 or 49?
46. The 3 I just did was to myself, because it's a vicious weapon.
Oh, okay, right. You satisfyingly bite into whatever it is that's outlined.
Does regeneration happen at the start or end of your turn?
Pardon me?
Does regeneration happen at the
Start.
start? Okay, cool. Yeah, that's my AOO, so continue.
All right. It closes the distance, and Varg, you get looking at its outline, you get the vague impression that it is swinging some kind of short sword at you.
Okay.
And I didn't even
Not
make
flat-footed anymore.
Yes, I know. I didn't even make a macro for this because I was not expecting him to have to use it. So let's see here. That's D20 plus.
I like this Black Tentacles Glitter Dust combination. I should try it again next time we have an invisible thing to fight.
Yes, it's quite effective.
I just need to remember to buy some eye ointment that I could have avoided this whole situation.
I should also remember in the future that if I want to give any of that to you,
No,
I
it does
should
not.
not turn it
That
into
does
a
not
fire
hit me while I'm
elemental.
in. That does not hit me while I'm in this particular form. My AC jumps incredibly high when I'm wild shaped.
Alrighty. Okay, it is saddened by its efforts. However, it is not the only source of worry in here. Varg, would you
To the
mind
cows.
making a perception check?
Okay. Is it blind sense? I don't know if I had to add the +4. You can just add the 4. Never mind. I don't need to know.
Yeah.
$48 + 4 if it's blind sense based.
Okay. You hear muttering, and it's not coming from the outline shape in front of you, but you're not sure where it's coming from otherwise.
When it's my turn, I'll screech something on the lines of "There's another one."
And there we go. D20 plus. And oh wait, which way is this being used? Alright, affects everything in a 20-foot radius burst. Roll 1 check and apply that to each creature in the area and each area spell within the area. Alright, so 1 check. Oh, for...
Oh, jeez.
Of course it did. Why wouldn't it? Alrighty.
It all explodes.
So centered here, Varg, Acorial,
Eh.
please pick me your highest CL item, or if your highest CL item is below 20th, which I imagine it is, dispel your own polymorph effects.
Yep,
Yeah,
gonna dispel
let
that
me-
polymorph.
You
And
can't. I'm a
also
druid.
the-
Eat a dick. You can't. Like, I cannot. It doesn't work like that. You can't unpolymorph me. I'm a druid.
Really?
Yeah,
Hmm.
but I'll go. I'm gonna reread it just to be sure, but I'm 90% sure as a druid, you can't force a druid out of his wild shape.
Oh, I suppose if it is a
90%.
supernatural, not a...
It is supernatural. It's as the spell, but it's still considered a supernatural power. Otherwise, I couldn't do it if there was anti-magic fields, which wouldn't make sense. I'm gonna read it to make sure.
But I do have to go back.
Okay, yeah.
Let's see.
And... Oh, let me remeasure that. Alia is outside the range. Check the, it'll say on the Beast Bonded page. Familiar form is spell-like, not supernatural. So you are polymorphed as, you're polymorphed by the spell, not as the spell.
Alrighty.
Okay, as far as I'm aware,
Yeah,
I need
you
to...
are. Yours is via supernatural, so it cannot be spell dispelled off you, which means find your highest CL item.
That's hard. That's really hard. Give me a minute.
Yet, don't worry, you have a minute. Because this guy's turn is not yet done.
Actually, let me double check something.
That should be all my stuff back to normal.
Okay, this is gonna sound real stupid, but I think the flavor blaster you gave me might be the highest CL.
The flavor baster? It's only 15th.
I know it might be the highest. Give me a second.
That would be kind of hilarious.
Shielded by the flavor item.
I think so.
No pun intended.
Let's see. No, that one isn't higher. Definitely not. That's technically a supernatural, not a magic, so that doesn't count.
If it's an item, it always provides its power as a spell-like.
Okay, hold on. It is the flavor blaster is tied with my demon eyeballs.
Okay, roll a d2. Flavor baster is 1. And I'll be back in just a second.
Poop.
Oh,
It's suppressed, not destroy. Not, I don't think you can destroy the demon eyeballs. And all the demon eyes are doing is giving me a higher than normal perception, which is important right now, but still, it's better than other things.
Only Mage's Disjunction destroys magic items.
Mm-hmm.
I'm mostly annoyed that this is gonna dispel the black tentacles. And does it do anything to glitter dust at this point? I'm not sure.
Well, it depends on what he's casting and so
I'm
on.
assuming it's greater to spell magic in an area.
It is greater dispel.
Okie dokie. Well, then you'd have to go over each individual thing and make a different spellcast
No,
for
it was
one.
an area dispel, not a targeted. So it
Okay.
affects each creature as per dispel magic. And
Okie
each
dokie.
aura within the area. So that's why each of you only one thing.
So my demon eyeballs are no longer functional. I'll put a note.
Okay. And the items do come back to function like after
Minutes
a
or
while.
something.
Yeah.
Not combat intuitive thing.
Yeah,
There we go.
basically when
Magical
combat's
properties
over.
suppressed for D4 rounds.
No, I'm not even sure of that.
Magic items are not affected by an area dispel.
There we go. So I'm fine. I'm just sit pretty.
If this is a greater dispel as an area, that doesn't affect magic items. It specifically says it doesn't. It only affects effects.
Well, in that
Yeah.
case,
that each
in-
creature in the area, as if targeted by dispel magic. Full
Right.
stop. Spell magic. It targeted dispel. The highest level object, creature, or spell. Targeting a creature.
That's what I've got under Area Dispel on the D20 DFSRD page.
Yep.
Oh wait, no, I actually have one more. My eyes are not turned off because I have one more effect going right now, and that's my Fickle Wind, so that's dispelled instead.
Okay.
It took me a minute to remember. I knew I had. I knew I
Yes.
put this note here for a reason. Yeah, okay, that's off. So
Okay, so that bodes very well for a Corial then.
Well, my elemental body still got dispelled.
Yes, but you are now the furthest away target.
Yay.
Valid target. Hey Varg,
yep,
an arrow flies out of the darkness to the south.
I punch it out of the air through the power of my mind.
I'm sure it would be impressive.
You wanted a reaction clearly, otherwise you wouldn't have mentioned this. Well, you naturally won your crit, so I'll just take the 16 then.
Yeah, the problem is this is a.
Roll your. Well, I don't have spell resistance, so go ahead and do your thing.
All right,
So you didn't naturally crit though. You had to use name bullet to crit.
Yes. So the roll for that is coming in just a moment. All right, original 2 hit total was 39, and original 2. Whoop! Oh, that's the wrong way around. There we go. Okay, original misc damage total. There we go. That was 16, and the 2 hit mod was 39. All right.
Okay. A 22 on my CR. Doesn't
Confirm with a
matter.
natural 1. Oh, these poor bastards.
You did absolutely. You just like brushed me or something. I don't know.
All right. It's still it's still a sneak attack though. So
There's
yeah.
a bit of sting, so go ahead and roll your sneak though.
Instead of inflicting sneak attack, he is choosing to use one of his abilities. Varg, fort save.
Okay, that's the one I'm best at. Yay for me.
Yep.
Okay, hold on. Yeah, it doesn't change due to size. So. That one, because I fail.
Okay.
Because if they're gonna fail, I'm gonna fail. You can't outfail me. You're not allowed.
An arrow comes out of the darkness, glances off of your forehead, and knocks you unconscious for 5 rounds.
My brains fall over.
Oh, this is just going lovely. Also, wasn't that Black Tentacles dispelled?
Yes, I hadn't gotten to erasing it yet.
Hey, Coriel, can you cast True Seeing?
I do not have it prepared right now. I can burn 3 points and get it back, but I only have 4 points right now.
Or just pass it to her.
I actually.
No, erase.
I actually.
Oh god,
Erase!
we've all been consumed.
There
I
we go.
can't find any information on what type of action it is to give somebody something.
Oh, to pass something to someone?
'Cause
If they're not willing, it's a steal, which is a standard, or if it is something obvious on their person, which I'm going to assume it's in his spell components pouch, along with
Yes.
all of his valueless components, then it will be a standard action for Alia to take it out of his pouch.
Actually, hold on a second. His
Okay.
unconsciousness. Hold on. I need to double check what my class does with improved savagery because I think he might not be able to knock me out.
If it's due to hit point damage, yes, but
Need to check.
yeah, this is as per the rogue ability. I'm reasonably sure you don't have strong defense against it.
So,
I'm looking.
so yeah, Alia could just take it out of his pouch because it is in there, and he's not a fire elemental anymore.
Yeah, when I'm reducing negative hit points via unconsciousness, I'm not. Instead, I'm just okay. So I'm just blown. Oh, it's better than him choosing just to kill me.
No, Aislinn, you're fine. It was only
Yes.
a 20-foot radius, which has
If this is the rogue ability I'm
eliminated the
thinking
marked
of,
gravity field.
so you could have just declared you're dead now because that's how that works.
Check. And okay, this one still has his iteratives.
I have no idea how you're supposed to wake someone up from being unconscious. I've never had that problem before because I'm not used to fighting 20th level fucking rogues.
Mm-hmm.
Zap them with a lightning bolt?
No, it's unconsciousness is the weirdest thing because it's not like any other status effect that's ever existed.
Yeah.
It's not
For real.
curable. It's not fixable. You're just unconscious until the DM finds a way to make you not.
Oh yeah,
Aquarial.
we could have Grayson killed.
Whoosh pop.
They could have just killed me. 'Cause
That
if it's like
does
the
hit
rogue
me.
ability, you can choose to just kill someone with that.
Yeah, that visible stalker can take a full round action to kill Varg stone dead if he likes now.
It's on his turn.
I know. Also, Varg, you were in the area that was reverse gravity, so you're on the actual floor because that area got dispelled.
Okay. Yay for the floor.
I'm not going to deal non-lethal damage to you for falling from bat height when the bat held half the hallway anyways. You fell like 3 feet.
Yeah, it's yeah.
And last arrow at Alia.
I'm just confused why
44.
they didn't just auto kill Varg because if they're 20th
44
level
misses.
rogues, because that's what that power
Because
is.
yeah, because that power has to be declared in advance, whereas this power can be declared in place of a sneak attack at any time.
Ah. That's just
And-
broken. Moving on.
Yes. Who stalks?
Well, she sees Vargas unconscious and can't do anything about that because unconsciousness is the most broken status in the game.
Starvarg is down.
Like, literally, heal doesn't do it. No power, no magic short of a wish is getting him back up until it's, time is out.
Wish
Mhm.
doesn't even explicitly do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Not
just vaguely.
explicitly, but come
Yeah,
on,
imagine you
wish.
could
It's
wish
8th
someone
level
awake.
spell.
There you go, Corio. Go save Varg.
Hooray!
It's 150 because she's 15th level, so there you go. Now go save Varg, damn it.
Alia.
Still see the bastard, so feel free to murder him dead.
Oh,
Yeah,
hold on.
If he had
That's-
enough, his ability sphere was dispelled along
Hold
with
on.
everything else.
The glitter
Does
dust
that-
would have been dispelled as well.
yeah.
So no more glitter
dust.
dust, but he's not invisible anymore either.
Yeah.
He never was.
Oh, he's an invisible stalker. Yeah.
What?
He never was invisible.
They just
He's not
don't have a.
He's not invisible as per the spell. He's an invisible stalker.
As soon as Vargas up and turn into a giant rampaging monster and just killing everything in this room.
You can see
start
the
with
true
the
seeing,
DM.
but nothing.
I am officially annoyed.
Yeah, you can see them with true seeing, but that's it.
This isn't a fight. This is annoying.
So in that case, if Aquariel doesn't mind, I'm going to rummage through his sack and take what I like.
Yeah.
That's a standard. I still have a move action. I'm not sure what I want to do with my move. What are your move equivalent actions? I always forget. I suppose I could start singing something. Just a sec.
And I'm only saying that it takes a standard action to rummage through his pack because it takes a standard action to rummage through your pack if you don't have a handy haversack, so it can't possibly take less time.
Yeah.
He has a handy haversack, but the spell components would not be in there.
Yes.
Yeah, I just got to see how many I can do that to me and one other person within 30 feet. Okay. Actually, yeah, I can do 2 allies within 30 feet then, I think. Sorry, Inspire Heroics. Yeah, I got 2 of those. I'm going to... What's your AC, Varg? It doesn't really matter because you're screwed right now.
I am effectively no longer in this battle.
Okay,
Like- You fucking
Your
fuck
flat-footed
Rose.
AC still kind of counts if there's something that targets AC that she wants to hurl in your area.
Be pointless.
it's not really helpful since he can just be coup de grace and killed now.
I
So,
am
I
effectively out of the fight because unconsciousness
Yes,
is the
we
most
got
broken
that.
thing in the game.
Yeah, so sorry, there's absolutely nothing I can do about that till I get True Seeing cast. So I'm
Even
going
then,
to...
there's nothing you can do about it.
Just
I
relax.
could kill him if I had True Seeing. So yeah, I'm going to inspire heroics in myself and Aquarial, giving us +4 dodge bonus to AC and a +4 morale bonus on saving throws.
Hurrah! My AC is back up to 42.
I did that as my swift, and I don't think I have a move equivalent I can do since I don't need to drink that. So yeah, that's my turn for right now.
Emesua.
So last we saw the invisible dude, he was Irish. Okay. I'm going to try to distract him then. I'm going to use my standard to stand up from prone,
She is standing on the ceiling.
and I'm going to fall, but I'm going to run into battle. Yeah. Reflex save.
Nice.
You
Yeah,
win.
that succeeds.
Also, why is only
Okay,
a
just
chunk
say how
of
much
my
you can-
spell dispelled? I mean, oh yeah, it's a different. That's it, because it's different 10-foot squares per, not one big line. That's why. Okay.
Correct.
I'm gonna run straight up to Varg, screaming and drawing attention to myself.
Okay.
Ashland's turn.
1 moment. The stalker does take an AOO on you as you run through his range.
Get out. That's all I can do for you, Varg.
35 versus flat-footed.
If it's against flat-footed, that actually misses. Her flat-footed's 42.
Of course it is. Oh,
Her AC is mostly from armor.
Yeah. Aislinn.
Alrighty, so the 20-foot thing is like over here.
And it was one time, not a constant thing.
Yeah,
Okay,
you don't
so
have
we
that
don't
anymore.
have to worry about losing anything. Alrighty. I can certainly cast web in this general area. Can also let's see what else. Really don't want to actually doing to Varg in some minor way, like Ice Storm or Polar Midnight. Polar Midnight especially, would probably not be good for him.
No. Don't move that round, you're frozen solid. Sorry, Varg.
Tagashi, I was never going to forgive you just for throwing effectively Shale and Slade in one character at us. Now, I am going to deliberately murder you in your sleep.
Murder me.
You'll have to fight him first.
Yes, I will.
'35th level. That's pretty impressive.
Yep.
Especially since one of the gods of first edition Forgotten Realms was a level 20 wizard.
Yes. This is Pathfinder, where shit is higher.
Besides, I like he's at the home. What's he gonna do? And now I'm just tempting fate like an asshole. But I'm unconscious. I'm already tempting fate like an asshole. What's funny is I probably would have made the save fairly easily because I do remember the saves for those particular abilities being kind of crap, like not very like strong or hard to
Yeah.
overcome. But I rolled an at one, so what you gonna do?
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm just gonna spend a hero point on my turn to get a reroll because that makes sense to me.
Mm. Scorching?
Yeah.
What's your plan?
As we kind of vaguely know where one of the Vault Stalkers is.
Yep. He only disappeared a couple seconds ago to your eyes.
But where was
Sorry, you're not coming through clearly.
he last? Okay, besides that one, you said there were two.
We haven't seen the other
You
one.
guys have not seen the other one.
Darn it. Nice. So I sort of laid down a web spell.
I think even if it's a short-range spell, you should be able to get that off in the area. Varg won't mind.
Nope, don't care.
You can be in a nice little cozy cocoon for a while.
Yep.
Emma can probably beat your DC. So.
Yeah, medium range can toss that out anywhere in the nearest 300. Veb. Point me where you want it centered. Centered, please. Not just the general area where you want it.
Just center it on Varg's left corner for simplicity's sake.
Roger that.
Oh, then you're gonna hate your friends. Oh, okay, not. Oh, cool. I mismeasured because I'm a dork.
Well, the good news is the web stops them from targeting us with ranged attacks. The bad news is we can't do anything either.
You could set them on fire. Varg, you don't care, and it's a reflex to not get trapped. Yes.
That's fine. I can cast True Seeing, then Dimension Door over there. Assuming I can actually Dimension over here, since stopping me from doing so seems to be your fun time.
Okay. It has not been caught up, but it needs to make another save every time it moves about. And it can't see more than 5 feet away in the webs.
Unfortunately, Varg is right next to it.
Don't care. Do what you want.
Well, Emma's also right next to him doing Zenith screams for 5 minutes.
Yep. Do you have a move action, Aislinn?
I just sort of moved like 10 feet ahead.
Okay. Meanwhile, inside the web, things actually look a little different. Because no webs formed around him.
Is that like some sort of supernatural effect? Because this is starting to get silly.
Yeah, Mesua, do you happen to have Knowledge Arcana?
Yeah, Knowledge Arcana is one of her skills.
I can.
She's not particularly good at it, but she's got it.
27. 1 second. Yeah, she knows that something. Yes, hello, cat. I wasn't making room for you, so you decided to come up on your own?
Hi, kitty.
Kitty!
Okay. Because I need the keyboard. Thank you. Okay. Yes. She knows that something up is up, and it's like it's within her of experience, but she does not know what to call it. It is not an anti-magic field, but it is something like that.
What is like an anti-magic field?
A Coriol.
So, Webb did kind of mess up what I was planning to do. Can you put a wall of force on a place where you know where it is, but you can't actually see it now?
I think you need to be able to target the area.
Without being able to see the target area, yes. Hey, Tiger's Eye. Are you going to be talkative, Nate? Let everybody know you're there?
You can always set the web on fire. That's always fun.
Flarg does have
In the-
fire resistance.
Not in this form.
Oh, well.
I don't
in this
care, I'm
area that's
unconscious.
not ventilated.
Yes, it's the best. Oh boy,
Well,
what can I do now?
Emma's the only one in our group who needs to breathe. So.
What can I do with this? I really don't know.
So is there actually not web there, or is it just an invisibility sphere that?
If it was an invisibility sphere, Amicia is close enough she should be able to see it.
Okay.
I mean, I could just try and go whole hog and put a Sirocco down or something.
Hog.
So I do have one thing. Does anyone know any creatures on the top of their head that have any sort of detection things?
Bats.
I've
What kind
summoned
of-
Monster 6.
Oh, summon monster 6. Huh?
Any kind of demon, devil, angel, or various other creature.
Just a second.
I'm just looking up spells that have the unconscious ability because those are the most broken thing ever, so I'm just going to repair nothing but them now. It's like, oh, you failed your save? Well, you're out of the fight forever. 20th level player can't help you.
All hail Britannia!
They're out to Britannia.
No, she's not even in the mumble anymore.
Well, she doesn't need to be for us to say that.
You can summon a Beulah. They have tremor sense.
Which list is that under?
You let
I'm
someone
on the
monster.
summon monster. Yeah, I'm on the summon monster 6.
Ah, there it is. Yes,
I'm just
tremor
looking at
sense
what
is
else.
certainly a thing. However, it is huge. Would that fit in the corridor?
Anything up.
I'm just.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
huge
just seeing
will
what else
fit.
there is.
It'll just be cramped. It'll be compressed and suffer penalties to attacks.
Let's just go through the list, see what else has it. A dire bear has sent.
Might just go with Bullet here. Tremor sense would be useful.
Anything
there-
that touches the ground will be detectable.
Aren't there elementals with stuff like that?
I would assume
the Earth
Earth
Elemental is Earth
Elemental?
Glide, and
It's
yeah,
large Earth Elemental.
Tremor
doesn't have
sense.
Tremor sense.
yeah, that's it. Yeah.
An Earth Cloud actually pretty helpful in this situation. Wouldn't get in our way very much.
Well, remember, there's no existence outside of the wall, so not
That's
really.
true. How the hell does that work?
I don't even want to think about it, honestly.
They will earth glide a whole inch into the stone walls, and, well, if they keep on pushing, they're going to fall out the other side like Varg did, and land in a random other part of the demiplane.
Then I'm just gonna go with summoning a beelet.
Alright,
That'll be huge magical beast. Let me go burn the spell.
you're using one that takes a round to cast?
Yes.
Okay. Walt Stalkers.
Right. Let me just figure out where that would be summoned. Just a close range. So I'd like to plop it down just below where we last saw Varg.
Okay. I have the token in place and will visibly it for you when it arrives.
Okie dokie. Here's hoping you're not
Okay.
dead, Varg.
Let's see here. This stalker went to the market.
This little stalker had a roast var.
Let's see here. The webs actually are not a constant effect. So if this guy moves, the webs are not going to wither and go away. It's just a magical area effect that creates webs in a burst at first and then keeps regenerating them if there's a permanency spell. So yeah, this guy can't get rid of them by just moving about. Alrighty.
Oh, he's got a globe of invulnerability. I got you now.
Besua, perception, because this guy's moving about. Okay. It was 31 versus Flatfoot.
It's still 42.
Right. Nope. And let's just rolling a 20. Nope. And the other one has... he can't do that. He can't do that. And... oh, damn it. You know, he can't do that. He... well, you guys can't see it. He would be twiddling his thumbs, the same way he was doing for a century or two before you arrived.
Hello.
She who
As
stalks.
good timing. As a heads up, Aishlin is AFK a bit. She's having trouble with the internet. She can get into map
Yep.
tools, but nothing else, and she's
I
gonna go
can
see if
see
we can
that.
fix that. I know she just wanted me to say she's gonna try and fix it. First, she'll be AFK a little bit.
Yep.
Okay, she is talks.
Set the web on fire.
Wouldn't do
Suffocate
anything.
us all.
Anyone here not have freedom of movement?
I do not. I don't think.
Have fun. You have it now.
Hooray!
Feel free to jump around the web like an imbecile.
I will fly around the web, thank you.
Oh yeah, does freedom of movement lets you move right through the web, doesn't it?
Yep, that's
Yep.
why I asked if anyone had it, or did not have it, rather, and gave it to the person who
Yeah,
didn't.
yeah, I have it. That's awesome. I totally forgot about that.
Feel free to dance around the web. Yeah, that's effectively her turn. I mean, I'm going to move her over. Well, I'm not going to move her at all, since I'm
Naps.
second. Yeah, unless basically I'm just saving my hero point for when someone tries to stab him, so I can at least get up and try and stop that.
Alia.
How many rounds for that unconscious does he have left now?
5.
He gets back up after his turn on round 9.
Okay.
And those big creatures better pray to God he never finds them, because if he does, there's not going to be anything left. Even invisible, there won't be things left.
Now Alia has true seeing, and her sight is only obstructed by the web.
Yep. I'm going to maintain my song and cast True Seeing, and since I can't attack if I move anyway, yeah, actually their vision is obscured by the web too. I'm actually going to move into the web up to Emma's last known position.
Okay. I believe you can now see the...
Whoop.
Yep. There you go.
I can't see him. Oh, he's down there. Okay. No, that's Varg. No, I can't see him.
That is... oh, you have true seeing.
Yep. There we go.
You see a hideous creature here that
I would have
seems to...
stopped there, so
Yep.
I didn't get the AOO.
A hideous humanoid creature here. It looks like what would happen if you took, like, if you had raided graves for a century and taken a fist-sized piece of flesh every day, and eventually stitched them together into one creature,
Yummy.
and it glows with several different auras.
I'm going to just... My character keeps moving. I'm going to do a non-action to do a relevant knowledge check, which I assume isn't engineering, so knowledge not engineering.
Yes.
And I'm going to see if he's immune to non-lethal.
Okay, hey, I'm back.
If
Well,
he is
yay.
non-lethal, or I don't know if he is, I'm going to have Sappy disable his merciful ability.
Okay, so this was a non-engineering to identify what manner of abomination he might be.
Yeah.
Okay, you're just going out on a wild limb here, but you're reasonably certain that something that looks like this is going to be undead.
That's what I figured. I'm going to have
Lethal arrow time.
yeah, I'm going to have Sappy disable his merciful ability then.
And I'd like you to make another for Knowledge Arcana, because you guys need to figure this out, and I need to start hinting things. Because he is aglow with auras. Unfortunately, that one isn't good enough. You have no idea what these auras are on him.
Okay. So I've moved, I've maintained my song, and yeah, I've done my standard, so that's my turn.
Amesua.
Hey, Emma, he's right to your north. Okay, I'll full attack with the mischance.
Yep.
That would be the one that Vark took a chunk out of, so...
How many attacks does she get in a round anyway?
Last I checked, it was 3.
Yep, so I'm just going to roll my mischances first, and then we'll roll any hits that hit.
Righto. I think I have a 50% chance button on the campaign tab.
That's fine. I'll just roll a d100 3 times.
Okay.
That's not what I wanted to do. Just a second.
Well, it passed, so just give us 2 more. Alright, your first 2 land.
Okay, so here's the attacks themselves.
41 and 21. Alright, the 41 hits. Let's see here. This is a... what's the enhanced mod on this weapon?
E-Rains, I believe, is up to +3 now.
Okay. That's 27, 30... And do you have Discordant Voice running right now?
I am using a song that creates a supernatural effect, so yes.
Right. Yeah, keep forgetting it's not a specific song, it's just a song. Okay. She takes some chunks out of it.
That'll be her turn then.
Aislinn. Alia has just disappeared into the webs.
You're a protean thing with freedom of movement constantly, so feel free to join her if that's what your plan is.
You can't see more than 5 feet into the webs, but because you have freedom of movement, the webs will not impede you in any way, shape, or form.
And we know Alia just yelled out that he's north of Mesua.
I'll be right back, because I have nothing else to do. You complete and utter bastard.
I'm just going to see like there's a spell that might.
I'll be right back.
Yep. And figure out what you're doing. I will be back in just a second. I need to turn off a crock pot.
Yeah, why not? I'm going in the webs. Can you guys hear me okay still?
Right now, yeah.
Oh, okay. And this won't be blocking. Where's your creature summoned, Aquarial? Or did you just send him off already?
He's supposed to appear down below Varg, but I don't think it's actually appeared yet. And Varg is, in the massive web somewhere.
Right. Yeah. Hello?
Hi.
I have something planned. I don't want to be in your way.
I can fly, so I should be fine.
Alrighty.
Hello, Ashland's lower body.
Oh, you're actually your token's right in the blocking, so you can see Alia just to your south.
And I can see the guy.
Not without true seeing, you can't.
Not without.
No, not a solid shape. He's currently marked visible because Alia can see him.
So we know, he's in that area, but we can't actually see him.
Yeah,
Right.
I yelled out that he's to the north of Emma, so you know what square he's in.
Gotcha. So where he is with a lot of pantomiming gestures.
Yeah,
Exactly.
he's somewhere in this area, to your knowledge.
Can I just like generally point in that direction and then site and be like death hex, or would I hit him or would I hit him?
You need to be able to target a specific creature for a hex.
I gotcha. All right.
But if you've got something like glitter dust,
Yeah, glitter dust will make invisible to everybody. I don't know what just
The
happened.
protean form I'm in actually has, extra abilities.
okay.
I mean, it kind of seems about bonus than just prepared. Okay, and it's not the same thing. It seems like one spell. I might have one spell.
I am back.
Hi.
We're trying to
of
keep you
course.
from being deaded.
Well, I appreciate the effort, everyone.
Oh, don't worry, you won't be killed now. He's not beside you to coup de grace you anymore, and the other one still can't see you unless it tries to move into the web.
Mm-hmm. Who's moving it?
It
My-
is currently Aislin's. She has moved, and she's figuring out what she's going to do now that she's in the general-ish vicinity.
Okay.
Does an invisible creature give off a shadow?
It does not.
Because magic.
Well,
Oh,
it's invisible to
no,
light as well as to creatures.
Yeah.
That's still magic.
It's invisible because light passes through it, so of course it doesn't give off a shadow.
Now, if it was invisible because of an illusion, that may not be so.
If only physics worked as it should, then it wouldn't be able to see.
If only there was a spell. Wait a minute. If he's invisible to light and light passes through him, how does he see?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
But hey,
see?
magic.
Magic.
You can start asking that about monsters when you answer it for yourselves.
Seriously.
I'm trying.
Like, I break the law of conservation of mass on a daily basis, so,
I fire beams of death out of my fingers.
Pardon me, Scorchy?
I'm just. There's pretty much nothing that can actually his thing unless you guys want me to cast obscuring mist, but then we can't. I don't think we can actually see.
Yeah, don't do that. Please do not do that.
No, I hear you. I'm not going to do that.
I'm going to direct your attention to your level 8 and 9 spells. Because I know you're not very familiar, you're not intimately familiar with all of the spells that you have available, but
No. And versatility
pardon?
right now. What I have right now prepared is extremely limited in terms of versatility, and I only have stuff that can kill people or send them away. But I can't like kill something or send them away. I can't see them.
Can you link your character sheet for me?
Yeah, sure, but as far as what I have prepared,
Yeah, Anne, read the description for storm bolts.
Oh. That's a nice spell.
alrighty, thank.
Oh, 30-foot radius spread that only affects other people and isn't. That only affects people you want it to and isn't reflex based, so he doesn't get evasion against it.
Does
Yeah,
have
I'm
spell
totally-
resistance.
Okay. He does not have spell resistance. Lightning spills forth in all directions. I presume you choose not to let the lightning hit your comrades around you.
No, I kind of need them.
Yep. Even and especially Varg, perhaps.
If you ever wanted to assassinate Varg, that was the time.
I was actually half expecting you to say die in a fire there, but okay.
No, he makes a good meat shield. He has a use.
No,
I
no,
can
it's
always
not.
kill him later.
It's not
I
her
don't-
fault I'm unconscious. It's not the monster's fault I'm unconscious. It's yours, Tagashi.
Yes, that's why
And
I
don't
expected
forget
you to
that.
say die in a fire.
I don't see the need to assassinate you again.
Alright, so here's his fort save. What's the DC for your 8th level spell?
The DC is 27.
Roll me 20d8.
Yay!
Boom.
Kill!
Unfortunately, he's immune to being stunned, but still.
Of course he's fucking immune to being stunned, because why the fuck not?
He's undead. Why wouldn't he?
Things
Is
like
immune
that.
to
Run
tell-
away so I get a million
Okay,
bonus
you know what? That's a totally cool thing. And let's send a pillar of light through his ass.
I'm just
Yeah,
finding
I'll-
excuses to fucking hate Tagashi right now. Don't mind me.
You can hate him all you like, but
I
your
need
blunt hints are
excuses.
helpful and enthusiastic.
Go ahead and roll.
I am. I'm just forgetting the bonus.
No bonus. 20d8.
I see.
D8 per caster level. Electricity. Yeah, he took that. And any swift or free actions?
Um. I'm
I heard so I'm going to assume it was I think not.
No, I just don't know what would be a good swift or free action to do.
Okay. If you don't have something in mind, you probably don't have anything that you plan on using. Corey.
No, carry on.
Pretty sure I know what I want to do. I just need to double check one spell.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, alright. Going to move down over and above Aishan as best I can through flying.
Mm-hmm.
Or just to the side, really, I suppose. Let's get
You
into
can probably
here.
go through her head and she'll be perfectly fine. Right now, she's a protean.
Yeah, right now she's actually a flying worm-like creature.
Thank you. And I'm going to attack where Elia pointed at.
You
With,
extrapolate in that direction.
Yes, I'm going to cast Forceful Strike, since that's the only spell I have that's a swift to cast.
Forceful strike. Touch or reach of melee weapon.
Yeah, so that's going to be my spell strike, so that'll get held on to even if this attack does not hit.
Right.
That
Okay.
will be cast. And mischance, 1d100.
Swish.
Darn. And, well, that's all I can do.
Forceful strike remains on your blade.
Yep.
Additional 10d4 force damage. Not bad.
And bull rush if he doesn't fort save. Or,
Yeah.
I guess, and I have to pass the check, but...
Alrighty. 10 after 6. Brad, you're the one who usually has to go somewhere close after 6. Do you want me to run the Vault Stalker's turn now or at the start of next session?
I'm fine to stay for right now.
Alrighty.
I'll tell you when I have to go.
Coriel, your bullet appeared on the far side of the webs,
Hurrah.
and if these creatures were not fearless, you would have heard a panicked squawk.
I cannot see, so...
Oh dear. Just measuring something to see what chaos is about to happen.
Yeah, I imagine it's going to go flying up to the ceiling.
Wrong chaos. Alright. This one is going to... could you link me to the bullet page, please?
Yes.
Thank you. Alright. This one here, then, is... Oh, it isn't stunned, but it was hurt, and well, it's trying to carry through with its duties, and its duties are myriad, but still, they're a very short list. He's only got one of those left. He's only got that.
Also, wouldn't my bullet have gotten to act?
Your bullet, to its senses, appeared in an empty hallway with a massive web behind it.
Ah, not even tremor sense.
Oh, right, tremor sense.
He's touching the ground. He can see him within 60 feet because that's tremor sense. For bullets, anyway.
Vibration of the ground. Anything in contact with the ground.
Yeah, if it's within 60 feet of him, he gets to pinpoint the square.
Yep.
Yes. All right. Let's resolve that. It is going to make its a sequence of attacks, which is
Bite.
Not the best rule ever.
Oh, you're like crack when it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, bullets aren't great, but when we get to the other side of this, we'll be able to see where he's attacking. Well,
Yep.
you guys will be able to see where he's attacking.
Yeah, just
Mhm.
follow the leader.
all right. This stalker surveys the creatures arrayed around it, and
I realize he's getting his shit pushed in and should probably leave.
he can't leave. He has a duty.
I shouldn't be laughing that hard at that, but I'm going to.
You really shouldn't be.
All right. According
Should
to
have-
this.
he should be so scared he has a duty at this point. Sorry.
Because the dice don't lie, a Coriol.
Flat-footed. That does not hit.
Didn't?
Nope. I have basically no dexterity bonus to my AC anyway.
Sing it, brother.
All right.
Dodging is for nerds.
It will spend one more of its attempts on you.
Nope.
Ping pong, ping ping.
I think my dexterity bonus to my
And-
AC is literally 1.
Mm. Actually, Amiswa, he knows has great armor. Alia, he knows can see him. So Acorial, once more.
She's just wailing on you.
That my flat-footed is a 35.
So he hits on that last one.
Yes.
Okay.
By rolling like super fucking high.
Yeah, he has to roll basically almost a crit. Unless he
His
has a
crit
crit on
range.
19.
His crit range is 19. So here's a confirm that has 10% chance. No. Okay, so he is going to hit you with his short sword. It is going to. Well, it can either deal sneak.
Or try and knock people out like a douchebag.
This one hasn't used his yet. There we go. All right. Acorial. Fort save.
Whoa.
Okay, that should be okay.
Yep, you are just
Hooray.
fine.
I'd rather
this-
not be unconscious.
The stalker is disheartened. The other one is going to attack this
Oh.
roulette.
He hit me. Did I ever take damage?
Oh, yes, you are going to take damage. It's not much.
I just figure, as much as I'd love to not take any damage at all, I just
Yes.
always win it out.
Thank you. This weapon is only +3, so...
Yep, DR.
Okay, this other one does not like the sight of a gigantic animal in his hall. And he still has his bow.
Did his Violet just trumpet?
To be completely honest, I don't even know what a Bulette is, really.
It's a land shark. It's
Really?
like almost quite literally an armored land shark.
Cool.
On 4 chubby legs.
It's actually quite terrifying when you're low level.
Mm-hmm. Well, when you're low level, it's CR7. Ah!
That's what I said,
There was a
terrifying.
mini Tarisk.
45 versus its 22 AC.
Yeah, it's not that hard to get rid of. Does have 84 health, at least.
Yep.
Doesn't have SR.
That's Violet.
Okay, so that is... and the confirm hits... Dealing... $28 plus... Okay, the bullet takes 108 damage.
And is probably dead.
And
It's
Kal-
obviously unconscious.
Yeah. 8d10 plus 40. Yep. Bullet is stone dead.
Well, at least distracted him.
Yes, it did.
It's not dead, it just poofs away back to where it came from, looking confused.
And we... Oh, right, it's a summon. Pop.
Why was I only here for a round?
But it makes sense. I bit at something and then everything disappeared.
It wasn't even
This-
here for a round. It was here for 3 full seconds in which it bit at something and then died.
This is
It's
the
probably
worst
very
30 seconds
confused.
of my life.
And we shall continue from She Who Stalks' turn when we rejoin next week.
Yep. Behold, the adventurer Varg did nothing.
No, you did plenty. It's just,
I bit
know-
one thing once.
yeah, 2 full rounds ago, you
Bit one thing once.
Master said knock you out, so he's gonna knock you out.
This is what happens with those stupid globes of invulnerability.
I swear to God,
They
I've
are
been
not
earlier.
the
This
globes
wizard.
of invulnerability.
Well,
I
you're
get
not
my
going to tell us what
hands-
they are, so I'm just going to assume what it is.
Behold the 5 or 6 earlier battles where Varg stopped anyone else from doing anything for 10 full rounds.
Yay for me.
Hey, at least you're worrying justifiably. I mean, I was spazzing over my spell list when it was very useful.
Yeah, at least
Actually,
being
most of the
unconscious
problem has
is a
been that the
legitimate
area
problem.
we're in is so small.
Sure.
I need to start having Varg hang in the back, because he does technically have a decent
I
range.
said for you to be in the back, and you went to the front.
Because none of you moved! You all just sort of stand there looking stupid.
I moved forward so that everybody knew we were going to start moving,
I'm
and then you
in
ran
the
ahead.
back, and you know what? I've never been hit.
Or maybe the group could agree to move as a block, guarding each other's backs, being pulled forward by their person in the lead, and
That is far too intelligent for us.
Yeah, screw that. That takes
Of
thought
course.
and, like, teamwork.
Corey may have an intelligence score of 35, but he's way too impatient for that.
Yeah, screw that noise.
I will see you all same time as usual on the 11th.
Sounds
Yep.
good. Wait,
Same bat time, same bat channel.